We're out of time.
Say thank you to George real quick.
Yeah, no, George is the man for...
hey, don't worry about it, man. It's Friday. I'm surprised you're working today. Nobody else is. Well, I mean, the on-air people are. What a slacky fake day this is going to be. Just wait.
Hey, George, thanks again, buddy.
Anytime, Joe.
10-10.
Love you, man.
10-10 here at Sports Radio. I think I felt a little tongue in there. 10-10, we're back in a moment.
The views expressed on the previous programs are those of the host.
Time for that first break already, Chris. Let's just, just play the show up and let's just go right into the break. I'm kidding. No, we're going to space these out. Okay. We're not going to be caught up until right before 2 o'clock. Just wait.
Pennington will work out of the shotgun. Back to pass.
You've heard of mailing it in? You heard of emailing it in? You might have even heard of femaling it in.
Chad Pennington lobs this one in like an artillery.
We're going to raise the bar to all new lows today. Of effort.
Playoff football is on Sports
We're going to set a new record in effortlessness today.
WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
I want to give you a kiss.
You can kiss my rear end.
I like your mouth.
I like the wee-wee.
Man, do I like that.
From east of the Yak Mountains of West Montana, and in some ways a Cuban, Jorge Rodriguez has acquired the skill of homespun wit and wisdom. Known for his cryptic angst and mountain man prowess, he settled in Florida, earning coolie wages as a radio producer.
I can perfect things working by myself.
They came from all corners of the globe, but only one man was good enough. Only one was brave enough. Only one had the chutzpah and the skill to simultaneously amuse and inform. Only one came forth with the ball-crunching courage to fill Neil Sandals. He's the apostle of the epistles, who commands the Church of Bacchus with one long, shining, extended, uncircumcised scepter. He is George Rodriguez, and today, George Rodriguez is the Iron Host.
The Iron Host, George Rodriguez, has accepted the challenge of filling in for Neil Rogers. He will only have 4 hours to successfully complete the talk show. So, Iron Host, are you prepared to undertake this task of coping with an audience that's comprised mainly of illiterate sport holes?
I have no place to hide. I'm going to go in there and just do it.
Here he comes, walking down the unfinished hallways that lead to the studio arena. He's ready to take abuse from a recalcitrant and hostile audience.
I can see by the look of determination on his face, he will not take these callers lightly.
You know, he's been preparing this show for almost 10 minutes.
Ota?
Yes, Ota. Go ahead.
What is the Iron Host doing now?
He is resetting the phones. Very important in American radio.
You have 3 hours, 58 minutes remaining.
It's Friday, you bastards.
.15, 560 WQAM. This is a new record for us, Chris. Not only are we 3 minutes late for the first break, but, just right out of the box, right out of the opening thing. I don't think we've ever started the show this late before. And great. I was hoping that they would go till 11. with that conversation there.
Mm-hmm. I was saying it's not our fault, which is even better.
It's not our fault, but Zach came in here all apologetic, and I said, please, take this call, take it twice, say everything twice, talk slowly, because it's all Request Friday. In case you don't know, now you do.
Cool.
Fax, email, call. I will make an attempt to have a talk show. We'll take some calls, and but I have a feeling, considering how it's been the whole week leading up to this, and you see it, you feel it. I mean, not just the traffic, of course, because there's no school or anything like that, but there's no traffic. Nobody's going to work. This place is a ghost land. I can't believe I walked in here and I saw Noslin. A pleasant surprise.
Oh, yes.
We're actually trying to have a half-baked office day today.
Yep.
Really?
Well, a lot of places, like after Christmas was Thursday, a lot of places were closed the day after Christmas.
Sure.
We weren't.
I just, whatever, the principle of the thing. 'Cause see, here, we work no matter what.
Correct.
If we get, and that you've achieved a certain level, if you get to have Christmas Day off or New Year's Day off. It took some of us years to earn that privilege. Weekends off, things like that. Years of paying dues to get that in radio, because it's one of those jobs. I have to keep explaining that to my friends. Hey, let's go to the beach tomorrow. Hey, we're all going to go out on the boat. I got to work. You got to work. I thought they'd just be running a skeleton crew. Who do you think the skeletons are?
That would be us.
People think that magic elves make the sounds come out of the radio. Yeah, that's us. We're the magic elves. So I have absolutely no intention of doing anything but faking and slacking my way through today. I'm not going to have a music show per se, although I might play a song or two thanks to Lee, the CD that I finally got around to listening to. Thank you, Lee. I have to have a conversation with him on the air later on to give him, for the most part, not that he was the only one, but he was the one that put me over the top and caused me to decide to go ahead and download all of the episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Did you see them all? Have you seen them all?
No, I've only seen a couple.
I'm going to let you take my Arcos home for the weekend, so that you can have them all. Just drag them onto your computer, burn them at your convenience, or watch them from the Arcos if you want to. You can marathon it. That's what we're doing. It's going to be very depressing. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I gotta milk every precious little ounce of material carefully over the course of the day today. And you'll notice how I'm not in a hurry to make up that first break. We will make up the time in due time. We've only got 4 hours to catch up with ourselves. Plenty of time for radio professionals like us. We'll just shave 30 seconds or a minute off of every segment here and there. We'll be caught up by the end of the show, but I'm in no rush for that. If you have some requests, the longer the better. We'll take them all under advisement. There are a lot of things that we're going to get requests for that we can't play anymore. Now, your project right now, because I've already done this, I need a second opinion, yours.
Okay.
I don't see why we can't play Prison Bitch, and I really want to, because it's almost 4 minutes long. It's a classic. It was very popular in its day.
Yeah, I love that song.
Everyone does. And I listened to it again the other day, and I can find nothing, considering our criteria and the restrictions that we're under, other than just, a shrug-your-shoulders principle of the thing. There's no reason. I can't think of any reason. It doesn't say any of the words that we're not allowed to say. All right?
Yeah.
And the subject matter is so PG, not even PG-13. It's PG. If that.
Well, who said we can't play it?
No one that I know of. I just we just stopped. We just stopped around the time that everything came down. We just stopped doing anything questionable, and then you go back later on and you start reflecting and you realize that wasn't even questionable. So I would like you to listen to it during this next break. It's about 4 minutes. The break is about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Listen to it and just see if there's anything on there that if you can find a reason that we can't play it, then we won't. But I think that we can. And if we can, then it's on my list of things that I want to play today. I'm going to play All You Can Eat Negro, Ebonics Airways, Tow Yard Complaint, all of these long bits that we try to avoid playing because they're so long. I'm not going to play all the long bits. Act Strange. I want to play Act Strange, but I don't want to play 100 Years Gone By because God Almighty. Never again. 100 years could go by before I'll be ready to hear that thing again. 10:20 on all late-breaking radio, 560 QAM.
No portion of this program may be reproduced without the express written permission of WQAM Beasley Broadcast Group, Incorporated.
Push the button, Max!
Sways with the wiggle when he walks. Sways with the wiggle when he walks. What is love? Big Mitch Lewis and his ponytail. Cutest ponytail that sways with the wiggle when he walks. ponytail that sways with a wiggle when he walks. What a lovely hair arrangement, really knocks me off my feet. Can't deny that when it's tied back, it makes him look so sweet. What is love? It's Jeff Cohen and his ponytail. The cutest ponytail that sways with a wiggle when he walks. Sways with a wiggle when he walks. Sways with a wiggle when he walks. Sways with a wiggle
1025, 560 WQAM. There you go, by request. There you go, Woody Graber. He's the only ponytail left. Of those three people mentioned in that song, he's the only one still sporting the ponytail. Of course, Woody Graber is sporting the same look that he's been sporting since 1964. I think that's exactly what he looked like, except, maybe not as many moles on his face. Holy moly. Should we take care of some business here, try to do things in a little bit of an order? The poll from 2 days ago, from Wednesday. Got a lot of response from that show, as a matter of fact, the breast show. Mm-hmm. And besides the one guy, I guess there was just one guy, or were there more than one per people that called up? The guy, and he's just a professional antagonist. He's just going to take issue with everything that I say. That guy, he's a little bit chronic when I'm on. Always, how do you remember I said I pay more taxes? How do you know?
Wasn't the FCC guy?
Yeah. He pays taxes to the FCC. It's
so he's paying for our job.
Right.
And now
I know who that is. He used to be a chronic emailer. I blocked him. He takes issue with what I say about religions, which is funny because, he points the condemning finger at every other religion in the world. Every religionist does this. They point the same scathing finger of disbelief and doubt at every religion in the world except for their own. Mm-hmm. Not just every religion, but even other facets of their own religion, like the Protestants with the Catholics and the Protestants and the Methodists and the Presbyterians, they're wrong. That's why I go to this church. Every time that you go to a church, you're saying every other church is wrong. You're already making that decision. You're already picking and choosing and deciding to agree with one group of people or one person and disagreeing with another group of people. But if somebody disagrees with your particular choice, they're a bad person. It's institutionalized hypocrisy and bigotry, but nevertheless. Don't confuse that guy with anything. But I saw a woman breastfeeding a 17-year-old. Assuming that that's true. So what? Mm-hmm. So what? Considering all of the things that you could have witnessed. Got some park stories. I stayed home yesterday. I just hibernated. I didn't feel well. I don't know if it was whatever you got. What did you have? A hangover? Is that all you had?
I think it was a bit of a hangover as well as maybe a little bit of fluish symptoms and stuff.
I don't know. I just felt cruddy, so the family went to park. They got park stories, man. Some of you rich people, have you heard of food and toys for your children? Y'all are rich. 1,020 votes on the poll yesterday. Breastfeeding in public or posting pictures of breastfeeding is no one's business. 318, that's 31%, is whatever. 263 is unnecessary. 162 is beautiful. 130, it's great. Everyone should do it. 124 and is obscene. 23. So if you add the 2.2% from the it's obscene to the 15.8%, it's unnecessary. That means 19%?
Yes.
So not even 20% of this crowd has a problem with breastfeeding, and how could you? And I'm even thinking some of those votes there are joke votes. Just have professional contrarians here in the crowd, right? So I got a lot of response on the emails and everything, people saying, who's got a problem with breastfeeding? And then I made that comment about Baba Wawa, that she was sitting next to somebody.
Yeah.
That got a lot of echoes also. She, that bitter, dried-up old prune, she is being made to feel uncomfortable by somebody? The nerve, because she does nothing but make the world feel uncomfortable just by talking that way.
Mm-hmm.
The poll, I was very reluctant to put this kind of a poll up, as you know. We tried desperately to think of something else. I didn't bring my brain to work today, so I wasn't going to, really break a sweat trying to think of some clever new thing. So with all due respect, Charlie B., the only poll questions or things that I found interesting enough to use as a poll Neil already had. So here we go with this. The requisite New Year's resolution poll. I'm bored by it. So you're not going to see me talking a lot about this poll right here. What was your New Year's resolution for this year? And I think the results are a little bit funny looking. We have two giant contenders there.
Yeah.
I didn't make 166, of course. That was the first choice, and most people don't deal with that mishigosh. Lose weight, 25. I mean, see, I make resolutions all the time, not necessarily New Year's resolutions. I just resolve to, like if you do something and it turns out to be a mistake, you resolve not to do that anymore.
Or if it's good, you resolve to do it more.
Most of us make these kinds of resolutions throughout the year. Just, it's not a New Year's resolution, it's just a resolution. But why not? Since the calendar's changing, we're changing calendars from now on. I told everyone my resolution, and I said I'm not going to wait till New Year's, but I gave everyone, like, previews of coming attractions for my New Year's resolution. And
was there music and everything? Was there music?
No, although there should be. Wait.
Big voice announcer?
I should do this. We're just going to be late for the breaks all day long.
Oh, well.
Because I think I have some 70s Grindhouse preview music. Where is it? Come on now. Is this it? Yeah, here we go. This is what they would play in the 70s theaters before the feature presentation or before the previews or something like that. My resolution is on here, and it's to be more selfish. Myself, that's what I voted, and only one other person voted that. Let's go from the top. What was your New Year's resolution this year? Didn't make one, 71. To lose weight, 25. Spend less money, 6. Find a life, 5. Hey, a lot of you people out there, that's a good idea. I'm surprised we got that many votes, but we need to have more. Get a better job, 4. Have more sex, 4. Take less crap, 3. That's part of mine, also, take less crap. But be more selfish, more specifically, 2. Drink more, 2. Quit smoking, 2. Quit drinking, 2. Finish my degree, 1. Get divorced, 1. Get a boyfriend/girlfriend, 1. Masturbate more, 1. Do more drugs, 1. Quit doing drugs, 1. And none yet 4. Break up with my boyfriend/girlfriend, be less selfish, have less sex, masturbate less, and smoke more out of 132 on there. I'm going to be more selfish. I'm going to be a selfish P. I'm going to be just as nice and twice as nasty to the people around me. I'm going to be just as nice as everyone is to me and twice as nasty.
Okay.
And my family, I keep telling them, I've been telling them for months leading up to this, they have yet to believe me. I keep saying that this is going to happen. I keep doing little previews of coming attractions, like I said, and I think it has yet to sink in that this is the new policy for the rest of my life, not just inside my house, but everywhere. And it's not getting through. I think it will eventually, even as slow as some people are. 18, what is it? 28 till 11 on 560 WQAM.
You made a New Year's resolution, well, we all want to change our ways. You don't like your fat distribution, well, your new routine will last 3 days. But if you go drinking and smoking, catch your disease, brother, I tell you, you're gonna be on your knees. 'Cause you know you're gonna heave all night. You know you're gonna heave all night. You know you're gonna heave all night.
10:38 on 560 WQAM. We got Curtis coming up at 2 o'clock today in for the vacationing Orlando, and he's allowed, certainly. Neil's on vacation, so is the big O. Jim Mandich at 4 o'clock, Dolphins tonight at 7, and then it's Utah versus Alabama, the Sugar Bowl from 8 until whenever. ESPN Radio after that. I just dropped my squeezy ball.
Uh-oh. Yeah. That's not good.
Oh, there it is. Oh, it's way over here.
Oh, I forgot where mine is now, actually.
Oh,
I see mine.
Doing good.
Yeah.
My football got jacked somehow.
Oh, that's why.
Squeezy football. That's right. Now I got a squeezy basketball. Just as well. Though the football fits one's hand a little bit better, don't you think?
Well, yeah, yours was a small one. Mine's a little bit bigger one, so it's,
We're talking about squeezy balls now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, don't forget to get your requests in. I'm surprised that we haven't gotten any except from, Woody Graber there.
Listen to Prison Bitch?
Yeah. I was listening in here. Nothing.
Yeah, there's innuendos, but there's innuendos in everything.
Right. That's like the conversation we were having about, about the breasts and the people that say, well, that's a sexual thing, and that's why it can't be displayed. And my answer to that would be, what part of a woman doesn't turn some guy on somewhere? Like the men who are
Correct.
leg men, the men who have foot fetishes, and then there's all of the rest of us, the faces. The faces are what gets us interested in the first place. I was thinking about that. If it was acceptable to show breasts but not faces, think of like what a weird kooky situation that would be. So the women were walking down the street wearing like veils or face burqas or masks or something like that, but on a nice hot sunny day they might be topless. I still wouldn't know who to hit on. I would still be afraid to hit on everybody if their faces weren't showing. You're not going to hit on somebody just because they got some kind of breasts that you like. They're the right size, the right shape. They're the kind of breasts that do it for you. I'm not going to go hit on that chick because what's going to happen during the unveiling?
Yep.
It could be a nightmare. Doesn't matter what kind of a body she is if she has an ugly face. I'm sorry. I still swear that that's a myth. And the poll, I know that the poll bore out the other way, but there are other factors there. I'm sorry.
Well, that's like, I mean, I've had this conversation with, different friends before, and, both male and female, and it's like, well, would you rather have, like, an intelligent girl with a nice body? Nothing like smoking, nothing like, modelish or Jessica and everything like that. Or would you rather have a girl with, like, a smoking body, but, like, you can hear the wind going through the ears?
Well, that all depends on what you're in the market for.
Well, as a girlfriend.
Yeah, well, see, that's just it. You're going to want to. You're not going to be having sex all the time.
Exactly. That's my point.
All right? You're going to have a conversation with them. I remember in my younger days, it was like a contest of attrition. It was like an endurance contest. So how much longer can I put up with the blathering nonsense coming out of this simp's mouth before we finally do it? Because then once you do it, I don't have to listen to her anymore. Yeah. I'm gone. We're all gone. I don't have to listen to that crap anymore. But yeah, if you're talking about somebody that you're going to be doing something more than sex with, you're going to want to have to carry on a conversation.
Exactly.
And some of us are more sensitive than others towards stupidity. It's just like, and the older I get, the less patience for it I have. That's another resolution that I keep making and keep it advancing, is just who I share my time with. Time is precious. The older you get, the more you realize that life is made out of time. My time is precious and valuable, and I don't want to share my time with people that drive me nuts, and stupid people drive me nuts.
I think till the day I die, I remember that one button on Slash that he had that just said, "Stupid people shouldn't breathe."
Yeah.
I just remember seeing that and just like cracking up.
It's great.
And
unfortunately,
15, 20 years later, I still remember that.
They do, unfortunately, a lot. QAM, hello.
Jorge.
D-May.
Hey, I'm glad to see that. My poll had legs there, man. I'm the hot body, ugly face guy.
There you go.
Hey, man.
I still disagree, but nevertheless, a lot of women are weighing in on that poll, voting for what they think that men like.
Happy New Year. Hey, I got a request, man.
All right.
The blue hands bit, the one of the hail bot.
Oh, yeah.
Can you play that one for me, bro?
See, these are the kind of requests that I like because, like, bits that we forgot existed. You know what I mean? Like really good classic comedy bits that I don't even remember we had. That's a perfect example. Thank you for that.
Yeah, bro. Play that one and have a good New Year.
All right, thank you.
Blue hands
just like that.
Waving at me. Nothing but blue hands on my TV. Blue hands under blue sheets. And they got Nikes on their feet. I never saw the house smelling so nice. Now I'll have to lower my asking price. Nothing but containers lying on beds. All of them weird, all of them dead. Yes, blue hands waving bye-bye. Going to Sirius, seriously die. Just do it.
He inspired me. How can we have one without the other?
Hand pop, comet, hand pop, comet, hand pop, comet. That's the place for me. I got my brand new Nikes and I'm ready to die. A poison jello with the rest of the guys. We're going to a spaceship that can't be seen. Our souls will be taken by a particle beam. Castration is the only thing that bothered me. You gotta sit down to pee. You know I think the poison is affecting me. It's the Hale-Bopp comet for me.
We are from heaven's gate. To join us, you must wear black. Cut off your nuts and drink vodka with applesauce and some phenobarbital. We will pick up your soul on our way through your galaxy. So have your shit packed and be dead when Hail Bob is closest to Earth. Thank you.
Cyber geeks in all black clothes and waiting for our UFO. Where's my UFO? Here on Earth we're out of place 'cause we belong in outer space. Deep in outer space. Something we call Heaven's Gate. I got to go, I can't be late. Laying down in my cot wearing Nikes. This is not the existence I wanted.
No.
Someone's gonna find us. Bags packed of pocket change. Our containers decompose. I sure could use some phenobarbital. Alright. So don't get me some phenobarbital. With vodka and some applesauce. Shot of Soli and some apple sauce. Now where's Hail Bob? When we joined our nuts got chopped, then we waited for Hail Bob. Wait for Hail Bob. Tiendo the had explained how we'd meet up with our space plane. Right on a space plane. Just ran into Kurt Cobain.
I got on a roll.
Bright light come and I want go home. Chocolate pudding, vodka pill.
Bright light come and we want to go home.
Suicide man, it can kill.
Bright light come and we want to go home.
Hey, Mr. Coroner, tally up the bodies.
Bright light come and we want to go home.
We say, hey, Mr. Coroner, tally up the bodies.
Bright light come and we want to go home.
6 men, 7 men, 8 men dead.
Bright light come and we want to go home.
6 men, 7 men, 8 men dead.
Bright light come and we want to go home.
Hey, we say do.
Bright light come and we want to go home.
Hey, me say, hey, me say, hey, me say.
Bright light come and we want to go home.
A beautiful bunch of purple shrubs.
Bright light come and we want to go home.
See their spirits in the clouds.
Bright light come and we want to go home.
6 men, 7 men, 8 men dead.
Bright light come and we want to go home.
6 men, 7 men, 8 men dead.
Bright light come and we want to go home.
Hey, me say, me say, me say, me say, me say, do. Bright light come and I want to go home.
8 till 11, 560 QAM. Well, you know, he got me started, that caller. Started me on a chain there because we had a lot of funny bits from that whole episode. Everyone remembers that, right? Silly stuff.
Yep.
That. And this bit here that I played earlier before the break, from Boca Brian, this is. That one stuck in my head, and in those days, teen daughter, or maybe even preteen daughter, heard that bit, and both of us, we would sing duets to that. We'd just run around the home and go, Hail Bob, Comet, Hail Bob. It was just very infectious, and we ran around singing that for a long time. And I remember when that all was happening. It was like very similar to when the Jim Jones thing happened. You hear people, religious types mostly, saying stuff like, oh, my God, how could that happen? Oh, my God, how could these people be so stupid? And, you know, and I would get into arguments on purpose with people, and I'd say, why? What's the difference between that and what you do with the, you know, it's just a different degree. It's just different degrees. No, it's not. I don't do anything stupid. You don't. You don't do anything stupid. You're paying money to somebody to tell you how to get to heaven, as if you don't know and they do. And that's not stupid. You sit there following a script in your pew. Stand, kneel, stand, talk, sit, stand, kneel. He says this, I say this. He says, and this is how you get to heaven. That's not stupid. And you pay money for that. That's not stupid. Yeah, but that's it. And then they start going, but I'm not doing anything destructive. Oh, but that's never happened before with your church. Your church has never told people to do things destructive to themselves and other people. Your church doesn't tell people to whip themselves. Your church doesn't tell people that starving themselves is fun and good. It's all a matter of degrees. You put your trust, you put your faith in other human beings. Oh, you got to have faith. Oh, first of all, you don't. Second of all, if you're going to have faith, don't have faith in people. It's a person telling you to do all these things. It's a person telling you to do
all of these things.
QAM, hello.
Hey, George.
Hey, caller.
Happy New Year, pal.
Happy New Year's.
Thank you, sir. Hey, have you heard they got Eddie Murphy scheduled as the Riddler in the next Batman movie?
No, I had not heard that. For real?
Oh, yeah, I just heard that.
Listen. I mean, I'm going to have the same knee-jerk reaction that you do, but hold your breath because he has been known to show up to work, Eddie Murphy. You understand? And that's not what's going to make or break the movie.
Right, but there's one thing that could break the movie. Shia LaBeouf as Robin.
Now, have you seen Shia LaBeouf in a movie where he didn't do a good acting job?
Right, but Robin?
Why not?
Why not?
And now, hey, look, now Neil's going to be happy finally, although I don't think that Shia is cute enough for Neil, if you ask me. We'll find out.
Right.
But Shia is a good actor. I'm a huge fan of his.
Yeah, he's all right. He shows up. You're right.
And if he's going to be there as comic relief, great, because he's a funny guy.
Right. Hey, George, can you play a bit for me?
I'll take it under advisement. We got a lot of restrictions going over here.
It's an oldie but goodie.
Lay it on us.
Can you hear the Wheel of Fortune song with Cheech?
Oh, Vanna Pick Me a Letter? Yeah. I'm sure if I can find it. Yeah, that's easy and clean.
Thanks, pal.
Vanna Pick Me. All right, take it easy.
All right, thanks.
Although here's the thing, that's a guy that sounds like Cheech. I don't think it's supposed to be Cheech. It's not him. A lot of people think that that's Cheech singing that song.
Well, that's what it sounds like.
It does sound like that. It sounds exactly like that. There's no question.
The new Terminator movie? Yes, no, what do you think?
The new Terminator movie.
Yeah.
The previews looked really good.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm got my fingers crossed and I'm holding my breath. I'm crossing things that even aren't supposed to be crossed. Here's the thing. Tell me that you didn't have this thought. When you saw the first Terminator movie and they had those little flashes of the future that they all come from, tell me that you didn't think the same thing. Wow, that would make a cool movie.
Yep.
That, where they're just flashing to, those little glimpses there, that would make a cool movie. Okay, here we are. We're finally caught up to that. Now, just don't disappoint me. No excuses. If they disappoint us, there are no excuses. And I do a lot of forgiving where the Terminator movies are concerned. I hate time travel, especially their particular kind of it. A time loop with no entrance, a time loop that has no beginning. If you sat and tried to figure it out, since it can't happen, you'll just break your brain. So you just have to go, okay, this is complete hokum. Just dazzle me and bedazzle me, and they do. They've all been adequate, I think. The Terminator movies. They've all been various degrees of adequate, so all they have to do is just keep going along those lines. Look at this. We're all caught up, finally, practically, for the most part.
Yeah.
3 till 11, 560 WQAM.
Get me a ticket for an aeroplane. Got to get on the Wheel of Fortune game. I just got to win, spin the wheel again. Oh, Vanna, pick me a letter. Bankrupt? What do you mean bankrupt? I don't care how much money I got to spend. Can't stand to look at Pat say Jack again. Won't throw in the towel till I buy a vowel. Oh, Vanna, pick me a letter. Hey, man, what do you mean there's no effing phone? Vanna, pick me a letter. No one does it any better. I dream about you. Hey, Vanna, is that an all-over 10 or what? Vanna, I don't understand why you make $100 grand, not for me to say. Anyway, get me a ticket for an aeroplane. Gonna be on the Wheel of Fortune game. I just got to win, spin the wheel again. Oh, Vanna, pick me a letter. Go, Vanna, go, baby, go, all right. Hey, get out of my face, Pat. Is that a toupee? Is there an L in that word? Is it lowrider? All right, lowrider. Forget the letter, man. I'll take Vanna White. You're beautiful, baby. You and me could play the home game. Got me a ticket for an aeroplane. All right, I'm on the Wheel of Fortune game. I just love that sound. I'm in the bonus round. Hey, Vanna, pick me a letter. Lose a turn. Hey, Pat, lose this. Vanna, pick me a letter. No one does it any better. I dream about you. All right, that isn't all over, Dan. Vanna, I don't mean to stare, but are you wearing underwear? Not for me to say. Anyway, I don't care how much money I got to spend. Can't stand to look at Pat say Jack again. Won't throw in the towel till I buy a vowel. Oh, Vanna, pick me a letter. Please, Vanna, pick me a letter. All right, I'm ready to pick, baby. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. That should cover it, huh? All right, I'll take the sofa, the blender, the microwave, the refrigerator. Hey, man, Pat, what do you mean $500 for a black and white 5-inch portable TV set? You got ripped off, man. My brother-in-law could get it for you wholesale. Give me the money and I'll buy the TV set, man, all right? Hey, man, come on, baby.
11:04, 560 WQAM. We got Curtis coming up at 2 o'clock today. Jim Mandich at 4. Dolphins tonight at 7. Utah versus Alabama at 8 o'clock. That's the Sugar Bowl until whenever that ends. And then it's ESPN Radio. Ooh. So I know that Neil played the... what?
I just got to say...
Yeah?
I happened to look up and looked over at the commercial.
Sure. For something.
For, whatever it was.
I don't know what it was, but it was just like this montage of flashing bikini
and the one
tops.
thing that I happened to look up was the girl grabbing her boobs.
Yes.
And just squeezing them.
And just squeezing them.
And that was
on
commercial.
Spanish language television for some show that's coming up later on. We don't know where.
Oh, wow.
It's like a secret that English language television forgot, and slowly it's like when you see it now, because let me tell you something. In the 70s, there used to be all kinds of action and stuff like that on the TV. But when you watch these shows now on TV, they act like it's a huge deal. If you're watching a sitcom, let's like say a regular evening sitcom, and somebody shows up, like remember Friends? I remember they made a big deal because in one of the episodes of Friends, Jennifer Aniston was wearing a lingerie kind of thing, like a slip.
Okay.
Like some kind of a mini dress undergarment, but a full length thing. It wasn't quite a chemise or a camisole. It was a full length little full body slip thing. And everybody was making this huge deal over it, that Jennifer Aniston was in her underwear in a sitcom on regular network television. Like, this is a new thing we discovered. And every once in a while that'll happen. You know, somebody will, during, what do you call it, Dharma and Greg, there was one of these episodes where Dharma... what's her name? Elfman, Jenna Elfman, Scientologist cutie.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, sad. I'd still, just the once, maybe 3 times. I don't know. That's very scary, Very scary level of insanity. That. So, bikini scene, and everybody was ooh and oh gaga. Like here's a secret we just discovered. If you put girls in underwear and in bikinis, people will want to watch it.
Yeah.
Like they just discovered that now in the 21st century. That's just discovered. On other channels, it's something that they never forgot. It's something that we always knew, going all the way back to the Stone Age, going all the way back to before there was clothing. It's something that some people didn't forget that. It's a bizarre thing. Speaking of didn't forget, now, before you distracted me with that, bastard.
Sorry about that.
I know that Neil played the F out of the ACN library.
Yes, pretty much.
But I betcha, because this has always been the case, there are bits that he likes and bits that I like, and there's a lot of overlapping there. There's a nice Venn diagram of that. But there are bits that I like that he doesn't like, so I'm going to try to find those. For example, I betcha he didn't play the Association of Ignorant Americans.
I don't think so.
Not to be confused with the Butthead PSA. So I'm going to run these past you. If you don't recognize what I say, chances are he didn't play it. If he did play it and you just don't remember it by the title, then too bad, they're going to hear it twice. Yeah. And that's not a bad thing, because these are good old bits. Going to try to keep to that today. And keep your requests coming. I'm checking the email over here, and I don't I don't see any newer requests than that. And I got the ones that I wrote down already, emphasizing the long bits that we usually don't play. And how sad it is that we can't play the crepitation contest. Not sad for me, sad for the people out there that can't get enough of it. It was always a holiday tradition. On one of those days, either, Thanksgiving or the day after, Christmas the day after, New Year's the day after, something like that. One of these shows where we know we're not going to get a lot of audience participation, and we want to, pad. We want to mail it in. We want to fill the show with a lot of filler material. That's a 15-minute, 14 minutes, 23 seconds, something like that.
Wow.
And granted, it's old and not nearly as funny as a lot of people like to think it is. It's a farting contest.
Okay.
It's worth one listen.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 14-minute build-up to a punchline that is not that great, if you ask me. But it's 14 minutes and 23 seconds. In radio time, that might as well be a day and a half. People who work in this business, people who have to work, forget the microphone, just in these rooms, in programming, that's an eternity. We could go down to our car, go get some lunch, gas it up, go through the car wash, go see our tax person, go get our taxes done, manicure, pedicure, go spend the day at the Woodhouse Day Spa, and still have plenty of time left over to hit the next bit. By the way, Bitch Watch.
Oh, I was going to ask about
Woodhouse
that.
Day Spa Bitch Watch.
Yeah.
So far she's holding.
Wow.
So far she's holding. Not without being reminded. For example, yesterday, I was slacking. I was feeling under the weather. I went to bed early on New Year's Eve. So I wasn't even up at midnight. No, I heard it.
Wow.
All the fireworks and stuff woke me up. But no, I was feeling under the weather, so I went to bed about 11 something or other. I tried, but I was just falling asleep. And then yesterday, I just wanted to stay in bed and sleep. And somebody almost had a problem with that. Almost had a problem. And I said, but I'm not feeling well. And normally that wouldn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, besides, you're not allowed to be a bitch. And she was like, all right.
She turned around and walked out.
All right. Yeah, she went to the park with Neighbor Kid, picked up Neighbor Kid, and that got me onto this story. We go to a park in a nice neighborhood because it happens to be a very nice park. And as you would expect when you go to a nice park in a nice neighborhood, the other children that show up to play are, as you might imagine, from the neighborhood, which means they're dressed nicely.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones who bring toys, they bring lots of them, and they're nice and things like that. We get a lot of nannies there at that park. A lot of the rich people get their nannies to take the kids to the park. Now, for the most part, well, let me interrupt myself. QAM, hello.
Hi.
Hello. So like I was saying, for the most part, the people that go to the...
You want to smoke 2 joints.
I see. Well, all right. Smoke 2 joints. Not yet, but give me a minute. They bring their supplies, like we do. Most people
mm-hmm.
bring their supplies. Now, you would presume that if somebody were going to show up to the park with absolutely nothing in hand, that it might be because of finances.
Okay, yeah.
Why? I mean, what other excuse would there be
mm-hmm.
for a mom and a kid or kids to show up at the park, spending hours, the entire day there, but they bring nothing for the kid? They don't bring a drink of water for the kid. They don't bring a snack. They don't bring a ball, like the squeezy ball that I'm playing with right now. And here is a kid that is obviously very, very decently dressed, very nice, clean-cut kid or kids, and it's either there with the mom or the nannies who are also dressed relatively nicely. In other words, I'm not talking about scummy people here. There's no excuse for taking your kid to the park and then bringing nothing. The situation that creates is that kid becomes a food and toy mooch. Now, that's fine. When you're at the park, everybody's sharing everybody else's toys. The toys are all public property and everything. That's fine. But yesterday was an all-new record. The stories that came back were hair-raising. Now, I had taken the kids to the park the previous week,
mm-hmm.
and we inherited some sort of an orphan. The mom was just oblivious to this little girl. Our table got raided. Like, while we were out swinging the kids on the swing, this one little girl goes up. She was like maybe 3 or 4. One little girl goes up to the table and starts rooting through our food supplies that we had there, opening up the cups and looking inside. Yeah, not just grabbing the toys and running off with them and everything, which is fine. That part's fine. But deciding that the food was something like that too. That's nothing compared to yesterday.
Wow.
Yesterday, not only did and I wasn't there. This is just stories that I got. Not only were we raided for our toys and our food, we meaning them, but one of the nannies was rooting through our toy bag and actually had the nerve to open up a bitch mouth to the wife because we didn't have anything age-appropriate for the child that she was charged with watching.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, you don't have anything here for a 3-year-old. Like that.
Hello? Hello?
We didn't bring a 3-year-old. We did not bring a 3-year-old with us. That's why.
Wow.
Yeah. And then another little kid. I packed these little bottle pops, one for my daughter and one for the neighbor kid. And the little bottle pops, you dip them in. They look like little baby pacifiers. You dip them into the powdery stuff. And the one little girl, why didn't you bring one for me? And neighbor girl said exactly what I would have said. I'm sorry, we didn't know you would be here.
Oh.
Isn't that sweet or what? So hey, you rich people. What good is all your money if you're not getting toys and a bag lunch, for Christ's sakes? Cheetos. How about a bag of Cheetos and a bottle of water for your kid?
Maybe it's been a while since I've gone to a park with all the little kids, but I couldn't imagine doing that type of stuff when I was that age.
I've been to parks when I was that kid because I was underprivileged. And I've been to parks where you can see the kids are orphans. The parents are nowhere to be found. They probably walk there themselves. I'm not talking about those kinds of situations where you see the kid. It's obviously some disheveled pseudo-orphan. I say pseudo-orphan like, they might have parents and they might have a home, but they're obviously not getting anything there. And I'm not judging because that used to be me.
Yeah.
I can understand that. That all makes perfect sense, and, we have no problem being wonderful and generous, not just to those kids, but to the rich people's kids. I mean, the only point here is if you're obviously from, the kid is obviously, has the means there at home, why don't you pack up the nanny? Why don't you give the nanny a kid toy bag before you leave the kid with the nanny, you irresponsible rich parents?
It's like I'm trying to think, 4, 5, 8, 10. If I go to the park, the only time that I'm using, like if you're there and I'm there, the only time I'm using your toys is if we happen to be both playing together. Like if you're off doing something.
Yeah.
And I happen to come up to the park, I'm not going to go, oh, look, there's some toys over there.
Yeah.
But they're not mine, and they're not the park's.
That's all fine. I mean, in a place like this, it's all fine. All the toys are more or less public property as long as the kid doesn't run off with it. And that has happened, too. We've had kids try to run off with our toys. Wow. And one little girl tried to hide stuff under a blanket with her parents watching, like the parents were in on it. Tried to hide our toys under a blanket to see if we would leave without them.
Damn.
Cheeky little monkeys, aren't they? Yeah. But that's fine because it's all public. We all play with each other's toys. It's fine. I draw the line on vehicles. I don't let my daughter ride other children's vehicles because that's a little bit of a sore subject for a lot of kids. If another kid is riding your bike or your scooter, we got our own there. We can bring those. So that's all. I just thought I'd mention that.
Wow.
Hey, you rich people, buy your kid a toy, put it in a bag, and send it with the nanny, and some food too would be nice. How about a snack? How about a soda? They have individual little coolers now. 11:16 on all irresponsible parenting radio, 560 WQAM.
Morning, Americans. It's Paul Harvey. Stand by for news. Jack, who is 75 years old, is sitting on a park bench crying. Lucy is walking by and asks him why he's crying. Jack says, I'm retired. I have lots of money, a huge luxury apartment, a beautiful 25-year-old wife who loves me and has sex with me twice a day. Surprised, Lucy asks, well, then why the hell are you crying? Jack replies, I can't remember where I live. Now, page 2. Juan comes to the Mexican border on his bicycle. He has 2 large bags over his shoulders. Frank, the border guard, stops him and says, what's in the bags? Sand, answers Juan. Frank says, we'll just see about that. Get off the bike. He takes the bags and rips them apart. He empties them out and finds nothing but sand. Frank detains Juan overnight and has the sand analyzed, only to discover there is nothing but pure sand in the bags. The guard releases Juan and lets him cross the border. A week later, the same thing happens. Frank, the border guard, asks, what have you got in the bags? Sand, replies Juan. The guard once again does a thorough examination and discovers that the bags contain nothing but sand. He gives the sand back to Juan, and Juan crosses the border on his bicycle. This sequence of events is repeated every day for 3 years. Finally, Juan doesn't show up one day, and the guard meets him in a cantina in Mexico. Hey, buddy, says the guard, I know you're smuggling something. It's driving me crazy. It's all I think about. I can't sleep. Just between you and me, what are you smuggling? Juan sips his beer and says, bicycles, Paul Harvey. Good day. Good morning, Americans. It's Paul Harvey. Stand by.
Oh, wait, I just played that. Sorry. This is that by request. Thank you. Good request. Nice long song.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports lead.
Part of the cool of riding a bike is being an individual. But how can you do that when you're riding what everyone else is riding? Cool starts with knowing instinctively that something is different, distinguished through excellence of design, but still in classic profile. Cool starts with Triumph, and Pure Triumph of Fort Lauderdale delivers cool for every kind of ride. Sport bikes, sport tourers, and cruisers. Choose your style, then choose your ride. Go your own way, and go Pure Triumph of Fort Lauderdale, 1880 South Federal Highway. Pure Triumph of Fort Lauderdale. Go your own way.
Yeah. The biggest names.
The best talent.
It's the DA Show.
Weeknights from 8 to 11.
Here on
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The Sports Leader.
Now, did that sound like 25 songs right there?
I think it was probably about 12 of them or 10 of them or something.
25 till 12, 560 QAM. That's what that thing said. It said top 25 songs of 08 mashup. That wasn't the selling point. The selling point for me is that it was 4 minutes and 17 seconds long. It sounded like one song. With some other songs dubbed in every once in a while periodically. But whatever, yeah, sure.
Now, what do you think of Katy Perry? Because that was one that was on there.
I like her fine.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, like I like those songs.
Yeah.
I like the You're So Gay song. We might play that today.
Yeah, no, I like You're So Gay. The one that I think I like the most out of like the three that you've heard from her,
Hot and Cold.
was Hot and Cold.
I like Hot and Cold.
Yeah.
I like all the songs I've heard from her, so I guess I like her fine.
She's pretty cute too. Cute
Is she?
Also.
You know, I haven't even seen
Saw her on she was on some show, and then she was doing the NBC New Year's Eve thing.
I see.
And she looks pretty good.
All right. Well, then I like her a lot then, just based on your recommendations there. 5670560 is the number in Dayton and Broward. Pound 560 is free if you have AT&T or Verizon Wireless. Get your requests in. So far, I have yet to turn anyone down. So far, no one has, I mean, not like we've gotten a lot of requests or anything like that, but so far, everything that has been requested has been something that has been playable and a relatively good idea at that, meaning nice and long or something that we haven't heard in a long time. I still have yet to get to All You Can Eat Negro, Ebonics Airways, Tow Yard Complaint, and Prison Bitch. And they don't have to request those. Those always get requested. I'm just taking those as a given that we're going to have that.
Oh, I got a request.
Sure.
No more fart sounds.
Oh, ain't no fart sounds? Is that one?
Yeah.
Ain't no fart sounds? Beautiful. I got to find that, though. If not, I'll get another copy from Boker Brian. Oh, it's embarrassing. You know, I had to have that conversation with the wife, again, of all people, and I thought, I'm sitting here in the middle of this conversation about the fart sounds and the other things that we can't play, and I'm thinking, I know the deja vu that I'm getting right now comes from the fact that I've had this conversation with so many people, but I couldn't help but feeling that I've had it with her specifically before. So I'm thinking, et tu, wifey? Did I really have to have this conversation with you? One more time for the East Coast. Because she brings up the same thing that everybody always says the same thing. I heard a fart sound on somebody's... I saw on TV that they were... So why can't... You hear this.
Oh, yeah.
This is how it starts all the time. And so, like, you want to grab them and by their collar and shake them. One more time. For the East Coast, the North Coast, the Southwestern Coast, and the Coast Soap. The restrictions that we are under have nothing to do with FCC rules and regulations, the laws of the United States of America, Robert's Rules of Order, common sense, good grammar, the Magna Carta, the Declaration of Independence. The rules and regulations that we are under have nothing to do with anything that makes any sense whatsoever or anything that has ever occurred in the history of the human race. According to no sense of logic, the restrictions that we are under have to do with a power-mad faker on an ego trip who only knows the word no. That is the reason that we can't play fart sounds or say words that are matters of common, just words in the English language. Because Neil decided to be a smartass and sarcastically as all F started throwing out ridiculous words and statements, thinking
that
the person on the other end would go, of course you can say that, having completely and totally underestimated the depths of ignorance and the bitterness and the chip and whatever else you want to throw in there on the other end. Totally and grossly underestimating it. Because everything that we asked, everything that he asked, the response was no. If he had said, can we say blue? I'm sure the answer would have been by the same illogical leaps of illogic. Because they're words that we can say based on principles that we never heard of in our lives. Some of us don't just spend a lot of time in the gutter. Some of us live there. Some of us are landlords in the gutter. Notions that we've never heard of in our lives. Talk about leaps of illogic. If Neil had asked if we could say the color blue, I'm sure that the answer would have been no. And I'm sure that the rationale, the irrationale would have been, because blue comes because blue humor means dirty humor. Right?
I guess, yeah.
Because blue balls is a sexual thing. These are the kinds of leaps of illogic that we were subjected to when we were asked for a rationale for some of the responses, some of the answers that we got. So once again, for the wife and everybody else, the restrictions that we are under here have nothing to do with anything anywhere else in the world or that has ever existed in human history. Just the maniacal whim of a maniac, of a power-mad, antisocial faker maniac who has no concept of the English language, FCC rules and regulations, or what is required to do a radio show and how it is that we generate numbers. QAM, hello.
George, Happy New Year.
Right back at you.
Hey, Davy's Finest, they're at it, starting off the month, right on Flamingo Road, just south of 595.
Well, why should they start out the new year any differently?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Right back at you. Clunk.
And now the whole thing about, what can and can't be said, even that, there's double rules.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because if it's a paying sponsor, then do whatever you want.
Oh, obviously. Obviously.
Because I think I was running something, maybe the game or something like that, the Canes game recently or something like that. And it's a commercial we've had a lot. I just
I know.
remembered again.
Dude, I'm shocked and dismayed by the things that we say in our commercials.
Well, we have a commercial for, I think it's like a tool. I forget what it is.
It's a tool. They usually are.
Yeah. But it's the whole time that the guy's on and he's talking, they're imitating the sound of him in a bathroom.
I see.
Take number one.
I see.
Because I'm not sure how much I can say on the air.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, and it's just literally you hearing the sound of water.
Yeah. Urination.
Yes. But that's fine, but you can't say certain things otherwise.
It's spite. It's nothing but pure spite. And when you charge someone to, say, keep me out of trouble, how easy is it to just say no? Anything that you ask, you just no? Just no? Can I drive to work in a blue car? No.
No.
No? QAM, hello. QAM, hello. QAM, hello. And that's it. Wow, what a clean sweep that was. I got a couple emails, and I'm going to have Eric take that picture off. My daughter's present that has run its course. I got an apology from the guy. You weren't here. Somebody was accusing me of whining about my daughter's gift. I said sounds like sand in the vagina syndrome, and I don't know who he was accusing of having sand in which vagina somewhere. Like I'm bitching that my mom gave my daughter a crappy present. That was totally not. Yeah, totally not the case whatsoever. And I had forgotten on that day. I'd forgotten I should have mentioned it when Lee was here. That I already told you. I said it yesterday. Wednesday. Or on Wednesday. Yeah, whenever that was.
I know it's all.
I had completely forgotten that my mother had regifted my daughter back her own underwear, her own used underwear. Not dirty.
No.
Just underwear that she had left in the house. She had, a change of clothing at the house that she had left
and
there.
She didn't do it as like a gag gift. She just did it as like a gift.
Dude, have you learned nothing?
I know.
My mother doesn't have a sense of humor. There is no good reason for anything that my mother does anything, only bad reasons.
It's a good thing her family has a sense of humor.
Oh, dude, we would have to. So I've got to stop saying dude all the time, too. We would have to, or we would go as crazy as she is. But I forgot the guy's name that said that. But he wrote back an apology. He completely, misinterpreted where I was coming from. So he wrote back an apology or something.
That's cool.
Yeah, very, very nice and cool. Rick says, saw the pic of your daughter's gift. Wow, was that meant as a joke? All I can say is, it's not your fault, man. It's not your fault. All in bold. Thank you. Jeannie wrote me a nice email on the issue, too. Has your mother ever been evaluated for mental illness? She said, yes, and she has the ability to BS her way, or at least she used to have the ability to BS her way. It's part of her ability to be perfect. Perfect, a perfect instrument of evil. If she were so crazy that she were not able to hide it, she would have been locked up years ago, and then she would not be able to do evil. You understand? They would lock her up, and we would be safe from her.
Because that's what I was thinking. It was like the whole Baker Act thing.
Right. No. She's right on the correct side of the line to where she can BS her way through a psychological evaluation enough so that the psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever, will deem her not a threat to herself and others. And we'd beg the man, no. You got to evaluate her out of the office. Follow her around with a camera, something. Have an authorized agent follow her around and record her just to what she says. Jeannie goes on to say that is the strangest gift I've ever seen, even surpassing my uncle's gift to my then 18-year-old sister of a lint brush. At least that was practical. I've gotten 30-year-old used jigsaw puzzles from my grandmother, the box held together with a rubber band and handwritten note on the top saying, all there. As in, all the pieces were accounted for. But even that seems normal in comparison. Update, I just got an email from my sister in Illinois to whom I had forwarded the pic, and she said that your mother was suffering from a Mildred syndrome. I guess that's their mother's name. A reference to the above-mentioned grandmother. Still, Millie never gave a gift that weird. Thank you, Jeannie. It is a record, even for my mom. Even surpassing regifting my daughter's own underwear back to her. 16 till 12 on all George's Mom's Crazy Radio, 560 WQAM.
The big names, the best talent. It's the Big O, Orlando Alzugari. Afternoons 2 to 4. Sports Radio 560 QAM. The sports leader.
Any smartphone can make calls, surf the web, email, and take pictures. However, only one can tell you what you did last night. Introducing Blackout Berry.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm so hungover. Where am I? Wait, this isn't my apartment.
Just a touch of a button, and Blackout Berry fills you in on all the sordid details, complete with sound and video.
Dancing on the tables? How did that guy get my bra? Oh, no. No, not the geeky guy. Oh, no, I didn't kiss him. Ew.
You did more than that, sweetheart.
Prepare yourself for a storm of embarrassment with a bold new approach to remembering what you'd rather forget. Blackout Berry.
Bob, what's for breakfast?
Oh, it takes all kinds of...
Wait a minute, let me start that over. I want it from the beginning.
You know, it takes all kinds of people to make America what it is today. It takes doctors.
Hello.
And lawyers.
Hi there.
Accountants.
27.
And librarians. But it also takes much more than that. It also takes America's morons.
Use your signal, you idiot!
Good morning.
You know us. Why, we're all around you. We're taking 200 items through the express lane of the supermarket.
Wait, let me get my other card. It's over here.
We're sitting behind you in the movie theater wrapping our Christmas gifts. And we're holding up your bank line while we try to cash a check from the Bank of Venus.
Hey, pal, could you hurry it up? Fine, how are you?
We're the Association of Ignorant Americans, and we're always looking for new members. So if you hate any minority, don't read much, and just love to litter, then have a friend dial the phone for you and give us a call. Just dial area code 632-626-6766 or Me, I'm a Moron.
Hi, I'm a moron.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, was you sleeping?
What are you, a moron?
America's Morons. We're taking years off your life.
That's one of the ones I was talking about. 9 till 12, 560 QM. I'm sure Neil didn't play that one.
I don't believe so.
See, there's two that are very similar to each other. That one and the Butthead PSA. He played the Butthead PSA.
Yeah.
I like them both equally well because they speak to my soul. Remember, we were talking about those park people, by the way. Got another comment. Somebody asked what those 4 white things were in the picture. Eric already took it down. But everybody's seen it by now. Yeah, buttons. Hole-less buttons, no less. They just have these little nubs with cloth over them, and I guess that's how you're supposed to attach it. I don't even know. That's how old-fashioned that stuff in there was. An iron paperclip. Little baby figurines made with string, real string, in Hong Kong. Not China. Hong Kong. Ooh. And I totally distracted myself from what I was going to say. Oh. No, that wasn't it. No, I got a request for some Eisner bits. How could I forget that?
I love Eisner bits.
I don't, but you know what I love about them? They're long.
Yeah.
I'm going to have an Eisner block. I'm going to have an Eisner segment, Mickey and Eisner
I like the Eisner
segment, an entire block. How do you like that?
Sounds good.
Just going to fire off a whole mess of them over here. I could start it right now. Don't tempt me. Okay, go ahead, tempt me.
Go ahead, tempt you.
I
dare you. I double dog dare you.
Well, in that case.
While spent.
Oh, that's Eisen.
Eisner?
There you go. No, I want to do it all in order. I'm going to dispense with some minutia over here. Let me read the schedule, read the poll, things like that. The poll: what was your New Year's resolution for this year? Didn't make one. 135. That's 54.4%. I thought it would be more than that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what a bunch of hokum. I bet you that a lot of those people do the same thing that I was just talking about doing. We make resolutions all the time throughout the year as it occurs to you. Lose weight, 45. Find a life, 10. Oh, please. Can we force resolutions on some people?
Unfortunately,
there's a list of people, at least 4 of them. We would love if they would find a life.
Won't happen.
Have more sex, 9. See those same 4 people? How about that? Instead of spending all your time constantly hitting redial trying to talk to men on the radio, go have some sex.
You're forgetting something.
What?
To them,
that is sex.
That is.
Okay, have some real sex.
I don't think
go
they know
ahead.
what that is.
If our voice, if it's our voice that does it for you, go ahead and play the archive. Go ahead and queue it up to the, have it loaded in your computer there. Podcast yourself. And listen to our voices while you have sex. Just go away. Just leave us alone already. Get a better job, 8. Also spend less money, 8. Take less crap, 5. Masturbate more, 4. Get divorced, 3. Get a boyfriend, girlfriend, 3. Quit drinking, 3. Quit smoking, 3. Finish my degree, 2. Is that a late addition, or was that always on there?
That was always on there.
Is that for you?
It was something I added on there, but
okay.
Think about it, but yeah.
Good idea. Be more selfish, 2. That's what I voted for. Do more drugs, 2. Drink more, 2. Break up with my boyfriend, girlfriend, 1. Masturbate less, 1. Quit doing drugs, 1. Smoke more, 1. Be less selfish, 0. And have less sex, 0. QAM, hello.
George?
Yeah? Yeah?
Hello?
Hello?
Did you ever think...
No.
Is this really George?
Yeah, it is. Here, let me show you my ID.
Okay, thank you. George, why don't you ask your mom what she meant by sending all those things?
We did. She said, I thought she would like those things.
Got it. So I missed that conversation.
All right.
Great show. Happy New Year.
Yeah, what do you know?
Stay well, stay profitable.
Sure.
Bye.
All of these things right back at you. It's 4 till 12. 560 WQAM.
WQAM, go f*** yourself.
Hello?
Eisner?
Yes?
Mouse.
Oh, Mr. Mouse, good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm not good, Eisner.
Oh, you're not feeling well, sir?
I'm watching the television, the ABC 50-year reunion special.
Oh, what an amazing special. What a night to remember.
Yeah, a night to remember for you. How many times were you on camera?
I
counted 75.
Oh, really?
It was all about you, you megalomaniac. You've only been with the company, 10 years or whatever, and you're running it into the toilet.
What did you think of my speech, sir?
I thought it was terrible. You're awful. Why didn't I give the speech?
Well, sir, since I am the president and CEO of the company, I thought...
You're an idiot.
Well, we did have some major talent. I mean, we had John Travolta, Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
Would
you please?
Hold on, sir.
Stop that for a second. What's the matter, boss? Who was that?
No one. It's just to help you. You were saying about Tim Allen?
That better not be Remus.
No.
He called in sick today.
Oh, that's...
I got paperwork up to my big ears. It's Remus, isn't it?
No.
Put him on.
No, sir. So you were saying Tim Allen...
Put him on. Is that Remus?
Yes, it is, sir.
Put him on the phone.
Remus, stop that for a second.
Sorry, boss. What'd you say?
Hello.
What'd you call him?
Who's this?
What do you mean, who's this?
How you doing, boss?
Did I just hear you call Eisner boss? Who's your boss? Who's your boss?
You're my boss.
I'm your boss.
You're my boss.
Remus?
Yeah?
Why aren't you here today? You called in sick.
I'm taking some lost time, like Sipowicz does on the NYPD Blue.
Lost time? You work here, Remus. I've done tons of things for you. I paid for your rehab, didn't I?
I've been meaning to talk to you about that, boss.
Got you off the crack, Remus.
I need a little refresher, boss.
I'll tell you what, Remus.
I'm almost done here, boss.
What are you doing over there?
Putting a jacuzzi in.
A jacuzzi?
It's a beaut, boss.
Put the megalomaniac on.
Hold on. It's for you, Izzy. Sir?
A jacuzzi?
Well, it's been very stressful these days, with the fall schedule and everything getting ready. I've been very stressed.
You don't need a jacuzzi in your office. You're terrible. What stress?
Remus.
Why do we have Tim Allen?
Well, Tim Allen, a major star for the company.
Major star. He hasn't even had a show for years. I mean, sure, at first it was funny, you know, the neighbor with the fence and you couldn't see his face, and Tim Allen making all those the grunting noises, but come on!
Well, he is Santa Claus. I mean, 2 hit Santa Claus movies.
Fire him!
What?
Fire him!
Fire
him!
Fire him! Fire
him!
I'm trying to
fire him!
But I can't speak.
Fire him! Tell Remus it's over. I'm docking him. Tell him I'm docking him.
Remus, Mr. Mouse is docking you.
He's funny. I'm no doctor. I can't even read.
Not doctor. Docking. Forget it. Bunch of losers.
Good morning, Mickey Mouse's office. Goofy speaking.
Good morning, Goofy. How are you?
I've got you on speaker. Let me see if I can figure this. Hello?
Good morning. It's Robert Iger, President and CEO of the Walt Disney Company.
I'm sorry, he's not in. He's at home.
Is there any way you could patch me through?
Please hold.
Who is this?
Sir, it's Robert Iger, President and CEO of the Walt Disney Company.
Oh, man, I'm hurting, Iger.
I'm sorry, sir. Is everything okay?
I'm still up.
Sir?
Hang on. Hey, Janice, bring me another prairie oyster. You ever have a prairie oyster?
Sir, no.
Worcestershire sauce, tomato, egg yolk, vinegar, and pepper.
Oh, what is that supposed to do, sir?
It helps the hangover, numbnuts.
Oh.
I got Janice Dickinson bringing me one. She won't go home.
What do you mean?
Well, we were in bed together watching the Academy Awards. I was getting a button rub from Janice, who's filthy, by the way.
Right.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I see this ratatouille.
Right.
Who's this new rodent?
Sir, that's Remy. The kids love him.
No, I'm the rodent with the cheese in this company. Who put this movie out anyway?
It was ours, sir, in Pixar.
What?
Yes, sir. It was a Walt Disney Pixar production.
Well, where the hell was I when this got green-lighted?
Well, sir, it came out in June.
Well, June was when I was in rehab.
Oh, yeah, that's right, sir.
Nothing was supposed to go out when I was in rehab.
Sir, it was a big hit for us.
How much did it make?
$600 million worldwide. I mean, Steve Jobs over at Pixar, those guys did a great job.
Steve Jobs is a moron. I'd like to strangle him with one of his iPod cables. Look at me. I invented the iPod. Big freaking deal. I invented the movies.
Well, technically,
there wouldn't even be the Academy Awards if it wasn't for me, Eisner.
Iger, sir.
Whatever.
Well, sir, did you enjoy watching the Academy Awards?
No, I thought they were terrible. But who's that chick that won for writing Juno?
Oh, Diablo Cody, a fantastic talent, young screenwriter. She's amazing.
Right, wasn't she the whore?
No, sir, she was an exotic dancer.
Same thing. You ever been to the champagne room?
No, sir.
Of course you haven't. Anyway, they have signs up there that say no sex in the champagne room.
Right.
That's bull.
Bull, sir?
Bull. You got deep enough pockets, you get them to do anything in that room. I've seen God on those dirty velvet couches more times than I can count. Just don't tell Minnie.
Sir, I would never tell Minnie.
Ooh, one more thing. Did you see George Clooney's daughter?
No, sir. That was his girlfriend.
What?
Yeah, his girlfriend.
Holy mother of God. She's a whore too, right?
No, sir. She's a waitress. I think they met in Las Vegas.
Same thing. You ever go to an IHOP? You got enough money, you'll have her flapjacks up on the grill getting your sweat on.
Right.
Hey, do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
Send somebody over here, get Janice Dickinson out.
What do you mean?
She's like Mike Huckabee. She don't know when to leave.
Sir, that seems horrible. I mean, do you want me to call the police or something?
Are you crazy? The police? I got coke laying all over here. It's stuck to our naked bodies.
Oh, sir, that sounds horrible.
No, it's not horrible. You have no life. Just send somebody over, will you?
Sir, I'll just send Tigger over there.
Don't send Tigger. He's worthless. All he does is bounce. I need a cleaner.
A cleaner, sir?
A cleaner. Someone to clean.
Well, sir, then I'll send Mary Poppins over.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Moron!
Hello?
Mr. Iger?
Yes?
Please hold for Mickey Mouse, chairman of the board.
Okay.
What in the is going on over there?
Excuse me, sir?
Where'd you go to Ithaca College, Iger?
Yes, I did,
Is that a real school or is it a special school?
No, sir. It's a real school.
How in the hell did that goofy caveman show wind up on my network?
Well, sir, you did approve the ABC fall lineup.
What are you talking about?
Sir, remember that meeting we had in May in New York with all the TV executives?
I was half crocked that of morning, you moron.
Oh.
I just got back from a 13-hour bender with one of the strippers from the Hustler Club.
Oh.
Who's responsible for this show?
Well, sir, would you like me to fire someone?
No, that's too good for whoever put this piece of crap on. I want you to kill him.
Kill him, sir?
Maim him, murder, pop, whack.
Sir, isn't that a bit extreme?
Hey, Iger, it's not called show hobby, is it? It's called show business.
Yes, I know that, sir,
Do
but...
you remember when one of our brainiacs decided to make a movie out of the Country Bears?
Absolutely.
Let's just say he no longer has an office on the Disney lot.
Oh, so he's moved on to another company.
He's no longer with the company. That's right. That's a good way to put it, I suppose.
Oh,
but
good.
it goes a little further than that.
I'm sorry, sir?
Yeah. We killed him.
What?
He's dead.
Dead, sir?
Gone.
Because of the Country Bears?
Because of the Country Bears. And I'll tell you what, I want whatever Yahoo created cavemen buried right on top of him.
Buried on top of him, sir?
Do you have a problem hearing along with all of your other inadequacies? Why do you keep repeating what I say?
I just didn't understand you saying bury him on top of the Country Bears guy.
What part of bury him on top of the Country Bears guy is confusing to you?
Do you know where the Country Bears guy is buried?
Of course I know where he's buried, you Yahoo.
What do you think we should do?
He's under your office.
Oh, jeez.
Under your desk.
Oh, boy.
See the loose floorboards?
Well, sir, I'm about to go into a meeting.
Body under there.
Yeah, this is...
Country Bear body under there.
Okay.
Put the caveman guy on top of him.
Sir, can I just make a few phone calls?
It's him or you.
What, sir?
Him or you.
What do you mean?
Him or you. I might just murder you, Bob Iger.
Sir, I know how you hate me repeating what you say, but did you say murder me?
Why, you taping this?
No.
I don't believe I said anything like that. You're trying to catch me in some sort of scam operation?
No, sir. Why would you say that?
I didn't say anything like that. So if you happen to disappear, it had nothing to do with me, did it? Did it?
No, sir.
Try to tape me? Linda Tripp, mother...
Yeah, the flying good morning, Mickey Mouse's office. Goofy speaking.
Good morning, Goofy. How are you?
Good. Who's calling?
This is Walt Disney CEO Robert Iger. May I speak to the boss, Goofy?
Well, he's on location, and he said he didn't want to be disturbed.
Well, I've got some great news for him. Patch me through, will you?
Oh, boy. Hold the line.
Hey, yo, Mickey.
Hold on. What is it, Michael?
I got 200 large on Pluto in the next bout, baby.
Pluto?
That's right. And you told me he's a short thing.
Oh, he's not a short thing. He's a big baby.
Good. Mr. Mouse.
What are you talking about? I got 200 large on him.
Mr. Mouse.
Honey, baby. Hello?
Mr. Mouse, how are you?
Who is this?
It's Robert Iger, CEO Walt Disney Company.
You don't have to give your title when you say your name, bonehead.
Well, how are you, sir?
I didn't want to be disturbed. I'm out at a party. I'm doing air quotes with the white gloves with Michael Vick.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I just wanted to call
Pluto's up next in the squared circle.
Well, I just called to congratulate you, sir.
For what?
Well, we were nominated for 70 Emmy Awards.
Who cares, Iger? I poop on Emmys.
Didn't you get my edible flower arrangement?
Yeah. How am I supposed to eat fruit off a stick with 3 fingers on each hand?
Well, sir.
You insensitive ass.
Sir, it's an amazing achievement. Other than HBO, we got the most nominations.
Emmys do nothing for me. How much money does an Emmy put in my pocket?
Nothing, sir.
Zero.
Right.
Zero.
Right.
I poop on Emmys. You get me an Oscar. Now that's something.
Well, I think an Emmy is an amazing achievement.
Shut up. Don't you ever get tired of hearing yourself talk? I know I do.
I'm sorry, sir.
You should be sorry. Hey, do we have a piece of Harry Potter?
No, sir, we do not.
Well, then kill him.
I'm sorry, what?
Whack him.
Whack who, sir?
All of them. Harry Potter, Ron Sleasley, and Harmonious.
I think that's Hermione, sir.
Whatever. Actually, don't kill her. How old is she?
I don't know, sir. Maybe 17?
All right, then take her, kidnap her, lock her in the basement for a year. She's growing up into a fine young lady.
Come on, Pluto. You up, man. Don't you let me down, Pluto. I got 200 large on you.
I don't know why you put 200,000 on Pluto.
Sir, told me Pluto was a sure thing.
I'm drunk.
Sir, where are you?
I'm at a party, still doing the air quotes, with Michael Vick.
Mickey, is someone bothering you? You need someone whacked?
Yeah, Harry Potter.
I like Harry Potter.
No, you don't like Harry Potter. He doesn't work for me.
I don't like Harry Potter.
No, you don't like Harry Potter.
I gotta whack Harry Potter for the Mickey.
You've been indicted, you bonehead.
Sir, I should probably get going because this conversation maybe...
You go when I say you go. You're the one who interrupted me. You can't say I want to go. I'm the one who says you should go. You should go.
Okay, I'm going to go now.
You just said it again.
But you just told me you said I had to go.
But you said I'm going to go. You have to wait for me to say go.
Okay.
Go.
All right, I'm going.
Go.
I'm going to go.
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 I'm hanging up.
Hang up.
Okay.
Shut up for crying out loud.
Goodbye, sir.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Con mucho pellejo, pero no tengo punta.
No. They say our love is taboo. That what we're doing is wrong. But I don't care what they say. 'Cause my love is so strong. They tell us we should be ashamed. We're not husband and wife. But I cherish each moment with you. I'm so glad you're in my life. You're my prison bitch. You're not like other men. I'm glad we share a prison cell when lights go out at 10. I can't escape the way I feel, now that would be a crime. As long as I am doing you, I don't mind doing time. 'Cause you're my prison bitch, and I have no regrets. I got you for a candy bar and a pack of cigarettes. At first you were resistant, but now you are my friend. I knew that I would get you in the end. Prison bitch. I guess that you were sent from up above. Yeah. Prison bitch. And now you are my prisoner.
I'm your prison bitch, and you're a sex machine. I only have one request. How about some Vaseline?
Shut up.
I'm tired of this prison cell. I need to get away. They sentenced me to 7 years, not 7 times a day. I'm your prison bitch, you nymphomaniac.
Jimmy.
I really hate these knockers that you tattooed on my back. I thought that I could break away, but now I'm losing hope. God, I'm tired of picking up the soap.
Prison bitch. Turn out the lights, 'cause I can hardly wait. Prison bitch.
When I get out, I'm ready to go straight.
You're my prison bitch. I'll never say goodbye. You're not like all the others. Too bad they had to die.
On second thought, I think I'll stay if you want me to. Your prison bitch is never leaving you.
Yeah, at first you were my cellmate, but now you're my soulmate. So come here, baby. Come here.
Oh, no, not again. Now I know why they call you a heart criminal.
Hang on. You're about to find out why they call this the pokey.
You people are so damn bad that not only you have to be bought out by that bandit Paxson, but if I wanted to buy some time on your station, I couldn't. You don't have real people at 7-4. You don't have it on your regular number. I was asked to be a guest on one of your talk shows, or I think it's your AM, the WIOD. They won't even call me back to tell me what the name of the show is. I was on your station in 1964. I'm a sort of prominent guy in Miami. I buy time, and I influence people who buy time. And if you people can't get it together to be a better radio station, and if you run a Conrad station or an EBS station, I suggest that you take the damn frequency, which my grandmother's friend Jessie J put on the air in 1926, and you turn the damn thing off and get out of the business. You people ought to be ashamed of yourselves. My name is Roby Young, and the telephone number is a motel in Miami, room 13. You people ought to be ashamed. You shouldn't even be running that facility. And I used to be the boss of the damn thing in and I ran the damn thing, and I'd fire your ass. You are terrible. You have no credibility in radio. Now, damn it all to piss, before I get on the phone to Petson, you get on the phone to me, and you get me to take this back, or I'm going to tell them a lot more. If the sale goes through. But it will, because you're doomed anyhow. Good luck to you.
Everything he said is absolutely right, by the way. Rest in peace, Roby. .25, 560 QAM. By the way, Anthony, he's the one that requested the Roby thing, which I can't hear enough. And for the people that don't know, since I'm in a time-killing mood, might as well go into where that came from. I've never heard Roby Young on the air before I heard him on the air, like, on the other side of the glass there. When he was a guest on one of the shows that I was the board op for when I was a part-timer over on IOD. And then it was explained to me by Mitch Lewis, of all people. You know Mitch Lewis?
Oi!
Is that Mitch Lewis? Mm-hmm. Who he was. Used to be huge, I understand, in the radio business, talk radio business, down here in New York, ABC. Used to be one of these guys that would do all kinds of zany things. A pioneer, I was told, in our industry. One of the first talk people to do fun kind of talk radio things, or one of the first music jocks to start doing the like zaniness as opposed to just jockeying stuff, you know, segments that weren't musical segments. And this is, you know, if I'm wrong about any of this, you know, blame Mitch Lewis. This was Roby Young as he was explained to me. And Neil concurred and confirmed all of it. Yeah, Roby Young used to be huge, and then he was doing this stuff where he would like interview gangsters or go undercover, or just, you know, basically would take a lot of risks and do a lot of like more and more dangerous stunts. Eventually got himself shot or something.
Oh, wow.
Or he fell out of a helicopter or fell off a building. I don't know. He injured himself, and then from that point forward, he wasn't the same. He started drinking heavily, and then radio started happening to him. The politics of it really messed him up. By the time I met him, that's what he was. That's what he sounded like. He was already living in motels, hanging out with barfly women. When he came in to the radio station, he had this woman with him who was the living stereotype of every barfly bitch you ever heard of in your life. The hair-sprayed hair piled high on her head, but it looked like she'd been sleeping on it for a week without doing anything to it, and the makeup all smeared, both of them reeking like koala bears, like bad alcohol, like they were sweating the alcohol.
Yeah.
And a couple years later is when he died, but not before leaving that message. That message came into, I don't know which department, but Annette from traffic, the person who was our traffic person at the time, sweetheart, how you doing, Annette, if she's still out there, came into the control room one day and said, George, I have a really strange message, and I don't know who it's for, and I don't know what to do with it, but when I played it for people, everybody says that I should let you know about it, and maybe you'll know what to do with it.
So, of course, you
And so I listened to this, all bug-eyed, and, halfway through it, you start laughing. I realized, oh, yeah, it's Roby. That's Roby Young. It's like, is that a real person? Yeah. And I said, and everything he's saying is true. He used to be involved in IOD in the early days, and I think he was in management and things like that, and all of the stuff that he said was true. And all of his accusations and indictments in that message were absolutely true. We had stopped being a radio station a long time ago. I mean, still leaps and bounds ahead of where we are now.
Mm.
If he thought that was a non-radio, if he thought that IOD had become a non-radio station, boy, he hadn't seen anything. If only he had lived long enough to have experienced this place. So Annette gave me that, and I'm like, I hugged her and I kissed her, not just because, she was hot, but I said, yes, thank you. That's wonderful. That's gold. Yes. Yes, I know exactly what to do with it. And that was carded up. By the way, the only thing that I did was tighten it up. He keeps saying, call me back. Mm-hmm. It's a motel room in Miami. But at no point did he leave a number. He was so off his head, boozed up, that he kept threatening to leave a number for us to call him back on, but at no point during the phone conversation did he leave the number. The only thing that I did was tighten it up because there were these long gaps of silence in there. So that's all I did with that message there. So thank you, Annette. Thank you, Roby. Rest in peace. 1228 on All Dead People Radio, 560 WQAM.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard. This is Section 8 flight for Ebonics Airways. Please check your ticket at this time to make sure you're on board the right aircraft. As you is taking your seat today, we would like you to pay attention up here to the front for a minute. I am your head hostess, Shirley Q. Liquor. How you doing? Also assist me in the cabin today is Shamika, Danita, Laquita, Bonita, and Miss Rhonda. And we don't know what sexual orientation Miss Rhonda is or what her gender is, but you could ask her when she be seated. Today's flight is on a McDonnell Boeing MD 4040 aircraft. It is a double-deck whisper jet, honey. If we run into any problem on the aircraft today, our captain is Reverend Cleotis Jefferson, who is also pastor of Macadamia Jubilation Congregation. And he is assisted today by Deacon Earl Clovis, and we want to welcome him into the spirit of the Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, it have come to our attention that we have a celebrity on today's flight. Let's give it up and put your hands together for the complex multi-talents of Miss LaToya Jackson, who is flying first class with us today. I would like to point out that regulations do require that all firearms be securely stowed for the duration of the flight today to New Orleans. Ladies and gentlemen, we as your cabin crew is pleased to serve you. Do not hesitate to ask for assistance. However, the stewardess do not appreciate if people are feeling up on their legs. In the event of a change of altitude, oxygen mask will drop in front of your face. Please ask your child to remain seated at all times and apply their mask after you have applied your own mask. We ask at this time that you do not spill things on our carpet that it is not yet paid for. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look to the back of the aircraft, you will notice it is a restroom for your convenience located in the back and one up here in the front. But the one in the front is for first class only, thank you. Please note that the blue water will not dissolve a hair weave. But if you are an older individual, and I notice we got some old people up in here today, how y'all doing? We ask that you please use discretion and do not attempt to flush a disposable undergarment. On Ebonics Airways, if you choose to smoke, that is of course your business, and the airline do not be responsible if the white folks on the ground finds out about it. The smoke detectors in the restroom has been disconnected for your convenience, but we still ask, please do not smoke clove up in here. Our flight time today is whenever we get there, we get there. At this time, please be seated and excuse me to this lady down here in row 13B. Okay, I'm going to have to ask you to remove your hat as it violates FBFA regulations, okay? One final reminder today, our aircraft is not a church. The combination of liquor and altitude is not the same as getting happy. And I want to announce that also we do not allow any loud talking up in here. We appreciate you flying with us today, and we ask that you sit back and fasten your seatbelt, and you know how to do that, so I ain't going to tell you. If you're that ignorant, you need to get off the plane. We hope you enjoy your flight today. Now sit down and shut up, and here we go.
1237, 560 QAM. You know, I just, I noticed it before, but I noticed it again playing it right now. Right at the beginning of that, you hear her opening up a can of beer.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever notice that from the beginning?
Yeah, right at the beginning.
All right, here. For the people that missed it the first time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This is Section 8 flight for Ebonics Airways. Please check your ticket at this time to make sure you're on board the right aircraft.
There it is. So there you go. And I still have Laurie. Let me cross that off. We got Prison Bitch out of here. Got Ebonics Airways out of, which is actually called pre-flight checklist. It's another one of those situations where the audience renames it as something like the bridge tender. That was Old Boat Dude.
Is that what it was originally?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the guy obviously isn't a bridge tender.
Yeah.
That just comes up during the case, during the course of the conversation. It was some old boat guy, old boat dude, and that's what I labeled it, old boat dude, and that's what the cart had on it for the longest time. When we put it into the computer over here, finally we renamed it bridge tender because that's what everybody calls it. QAM, hello.
George?
Yeah.
Pico Ellie from Cuba.
Hardly. Is that it? Well. QAM, hello. Chronic line. Yeah. I was just thinking about them really briefly.
I'm sorry.
I know. They all think it's a big joke. Seriously. I can't, other than sexual fantasies, which, pretty much fill my head continuously, their death fantasies are a close second. Like, the most horrible medieval Catholic Church torture, the most barbaric Roman putting people to death in the arena. There is absolutely no form of death that I can think of that would be more satisfying. That, just like the slower, more agonizing, more sick, twisted, and horrible the method of death is that I could inflict upon these people. Mm-hmm. Those two especially. It wouldn't be good enough. It wouldn't be enough. I'd want to bring them back to life and do it 3-4 times in a different way every time. QAM, hello.
Hey, George.
Hey, yeah.
Listen, man, I was wondering if you could play something for me.
I will take it under advisement. We'll have a committee meeting about it.
I would appreciate it. I don't know what it's called, but it's a parody. It's a parody of a Bob Seger song. Night Moves or something like that?
Yeah, Bowel Moves.
Oh, that's it. Man,
I think it might be clean, no pun intended. If it has sound effects, then we can't.
Man,
we'll audition it during a commercial break, all right? Chris, write that down, Bowel Moves.
Listen,
you'll have to audition it.
I'm riding with my boss here. He's kind of filling him in on your show.
Oh, okay.
He would get a total kick out of it, man. I'd appreciate it.
All right, just to make a good impression for the bossy there, you bet.
All right.
That's a good enough excuse for us. Want to impress the boss, especially if she's cute.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I have not forgotten. I owe you a birthday present. I know you're going to say, no, I have an issue about that. About people because I'm a Decemberist myself.
Yeah.
People whose birthdays are around Christmas get gypped every year, and I'm highly sensitive to that. Being that my birthday is December 6th, it's like,
That's not as bad.
It's not as bad. Still it happens.
But it still happens. Oh, yeah,
still
definitely.
It happens. But nothing. It happens enough where I can relate to the syndrome, to the phenomenon. And it's tragic. And all of the excuses that people make are all wrong. I just got you something. So? It's not my fault I was born around Christmas. I totally didn't plan it that way. And you would think the people that do that as an excuse that say, I'm only going to get you one present, well, does that mean that they're getting you one that's twice as nice, twice as expensive as they would have got? No.
That's it. That was the bad thing. When you were a kid.
Yeah.
Now, at our age, whatever. It's not as big of a deal. But when you're a kid, you want you like toys, you get cool stuff, and you have that aunt that you don't see very often, and they send you that joint Christmas birthday gift. You're like, okay, well, hey, maybe. And you're like, oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, happy
Okay.
birthday, too, as an afterthought.
Yeah.
It's unfair. It's not like you're entitled. It's not like the sense of entitlement. But every other kid gets a birthday and a Christmas present. If you are friends with someone to the point where you exchange birthday presents with that friend and they have a party and you show up with presents, you're getting them a birthday present, but then they're not getting you a birthday present. They're getting you a Christmas present or a birthday present. I mean, let's face it, your birthday, especially when yours is, what, the 29th?
Yep.
Right after Christmas like that, people are like, they're spent, not just financially spent, they're mentally spent.
And then 2 days later, it's New Year's.
Tired, right. They're just so tired of shopping for presents, and everybody gets it into their head that they're done. I'm done now. I'm done. Trust me now, your birthday just happens to fall on the same day as my accountant, Dudley. He got a leftover Christmas present for a girl for his birthday. So,
wow.
Don't feel bad. Every year, I buy the bulk presents for people. I usually buy a bunch of male-oriented presents and a bunch of female-oriented presents. And then I usually get one or two extras just in case I forgot somebody.
Yeah.
And I usually wind up with an extra item or two. That's fine. Carries over to the next year. You just make sure you just keep track. Keep your list. Keep your last year's list handy. Here's a tip for you. So what I totally, forgotten his birthday too. Don't feel bad. I forgot both of y'all's birthdays.
No problem.
But I wasn't going to give you a leftover present meant for a girl.
Well, thank you very much.
Listen, he doesn't care. He lives with a girl, so he can use it as a household item. There's a diffuser. Do you know what those are? Don't refuser, diffuser.
No, I don't know.
They're various jars or
like
bottles and things like that, and you stick sticks into it. You pour oil into the container, and then you stick some sticks into the container, and it makes a fragrance. It's a glorified air freshener is what it is. I might as well give him an air wick. 17 till 1 on all girl present radio, 560 QAM.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM. The biggest names. The best talent. It's the Big O. Orlando Alzugari. Afternoons 2 to 4. Sports Radio 560 QAM. The sports leader.
About 30, man.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Acts and Romans and Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, Thessalonians, Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, Peter, John, Jude, and Revelation, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Acts and Romans and Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, Thessalonians, Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, Peter, John, Jude, and Revelation, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Acts and Romans and Corinthians, Ephesians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, Thessalonians, Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, Peter, John, Jude, and Revelation.
Yeah! Ain't ready. What's up, y'all? This your boy D-Mike. You see, I usually do songs with, hooks and concepts and shit, right? But that, man, I'm trying to go platinum. So I'm about to rock this. Check this out, y'all. Read a book, read a book, read 'em up. Book, read a book, read a book, read 'em up. Book, read a book, read a book, read 'em up. Book, read a book, read a book, read 'em up. Book, R-E-A-D-A-B-O-O-K. 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 Not a sports page, not a magazine, but a book
pants too tight, seams busting out. Just had a big burrito with beans and rice, salsa on top with some extra spice. Lots of extra spice. Out there in the bathroom where the air gets heavy, sat on a cold seat and thought I was ready. Working on crosswords and reading the news. Working on a bowel move. Trying to move some bags up drive-through food. Working on a bowel move. And it was taking time. I was up last night trying to make some thunder.
So now at this point, Neil would drop some stuff.
How long would it take? I sat and wondered.
In the good old days.
Started reading a magazine from 1962.
Just pretend we still can.
Yet I'm waiting on a bowel move.
Make your own sounds at home.
'Cause I'm all bound up from cheese that's turned to glue. Praying for a bowel move. And I'm out of paper again. Bowel move. Ain't it funny how it takes so much time for a bowel move? I wanna remember. I should have brought my camera.
Six till 1, 560 WQAM. I got to give Chris some credit. See, I do that kind of stuff a lot because everything is so formula these days that you can pretty much predict what's going on. Although that wasn't one of those occasions. You're sitting here watching one of these Spanish soap operas, and this is an ongoing thing that's been going on with these girls in their underwear in this pool, trying to distract their captors or something. Right? They're obviously kidnapped, and they're playing games with their captors. We're getting a home invasion going on right now. Boy, there's just too much going on.
Oh, yeah.
You blink, you miss a whole bunch in this soap. So the chicks in their underwear finally got the two goons. There were three of them. Now there's two of them. Got the two goons into the water. There they are, all hairy and shirtless in the water with the girls. And I point up and I'm like, Chris, look, we're back in the pool. And Chris says,
these two are so going to kill these guys.
And as soon as he says that, they cut to the friend walking into the room, and she's got a big old 45 in each hand. Big old 45 automatic in each hand. She's in her underwear, too.
Yes.
Pointing it at these guys like you're the director. Like, cue the other chick. Nice work, Chris. QAM, you think this person's still here? I'm sure not. Hello.
George.
Oh, amazing.
How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Happy New Year to you and Chris.
Back at
Thank
you.
There's a bit that you had that you played a while back, and I love it. It's really funny. And it's a genre, I don't know if it's the Grateful Dead of that the guys like for the women to keep it trimmed down there. I don't know what the name of it is.
You got to help us a little bit more than that.
It goes it's really funny, you know. But
I'll take your word for it, but I need some more clues, and I'm good at this game.
I know you're good.
Help me out some more. Give me a line. Give me any line in it.
It's so funny.
It's Grateful Dead because could it be Trim Your Pubic Hair?
It's an old rock group, you know. I'm not good with
Like America? Does it sound like this?
That's the one, George.
Is this it? Really?
That's it.
All right, after the break.
Thank you.
I told you I was good at this game.
Bye.
Listen, my sister used to have this thing where she would say, like she would juxtapose the right noun for the wrong noun, and I knew what she was saying somehow. I have this, it's not really a mind-reading thing. It's more like that trick that John Edwards and those people play, the cold reading. Yeah. But it's a weird, intuitive thing. Like, I know what someone means by stuff, especially when it's a song like that. Somebody will say, remember that song that's got that, and I'll say the name of it with no more clues than that, and I'll usually be right. It's good. Oh, they escaped. That's good for the girls. The bad news is You know, this
seems to be
segment
like
of the
in the middle
adventure
of
is
nowhere
over.
or something.
You know, see, boy, see, here we go. They kept their guns. Oh, wait, no, they're recaptured. Oh boy, they're in trouble now. 3 till 1 on Spanish Soap Opera Girls Are in Trouble Radio, 560 QAM.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
Should have killed those guys, shouldn't they? Just like Chris said.
560 QAM.
The sports leader.
560 WQAM. The in town. The in town. Miami. Number 1 under the sun.
America hates you, Harry Reid, spineless weenie doo-doo head. Whose side are you on, you jellyfish moron? Harry will bend over forwards for whatever neocons want. The fault of a fruit fly, Harry Reid calls himself a Democrat. You're not fit to lead a Girl Scout jamboree. Harry represents everything that's wrong with the Democrat. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
My staff has always said, don't say this, but I'm going to say it again because it's so descriptive, because it's true. Tourists wind up in summer and winter. In the summertime, because the high humidity and how hot it gets here, you could literally smell the tourists coming into the capital. And that may be descriptive, but it's true.
America hates you, Harry Reid, rubber stamping jellyfish geek. Weak-kneed and mousy, like Nancy Pelosi. Go back to the bottom in contaminated yucca flat. Harry, you complain about the odor, but what really stinks is you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could offer only one tip for the future, act strange and people will leave you alone. The rest of my advice has no basis more reliable than my own meandering experience. Put a slinky around your neck and try to walk downstairs backwards head first. Sit naked in a large bowl of Rice Krispies and sing Feelings while the kernels go snap, crackle, and pop. Go up to a ticket booth and try to stick your head through the hole where they say how much. Lick a stranger. Tell them you're from Bosnia and you're a country, it's a sign of respect. Take lots of pills. One of them might work. Occasionally ask a stranger if they've heard anything from Lewis. Be annoying. During an IRS audit, staple the guy's hand to his desk. Moon a funeral. Play go fetch with a seeing-eye dog while he's working. Run naked through a mall yelling, "Killer bees! Killer bees!" Say the word titty without smiling. Try to figure out who said Pauly Shore should star in movies. Don't be surprised if it's the same guy who said John Gacy should work with kids. Ask an old lady if you can carry her groceries, then try to make a run for it. Disappear for great lengths of time. Try to touch your forehead with your tongue. It may not work, but many women will appreciate the effort. At a high school reunion, tell your old English teacher that your dog's still eating your homework. Ask Mark McGuire if he'll take $1 million for one of his balls. Try to find the secret to Carrot Top's success. Understand your conception was an accident, that your parents got wasted and wanted a few more laughs before they passed out. Try not to lose your finger in your nose. Pick up Bob Costas and toss him on the lawn next door. Go on a car trip with Bob Costas and force him to stay in his car seat. Try to dribble Bob Costas. Ask all your friends and family for forgiveness. Knowing you, you've done some crap that's really pissed them off. Wish no ill will to anyone. Unless you don't like them, then screw them. They're on their own. Realize anyone who says they're completely happy are completely full of crap. Ask a Hell's Angel if he's a woman, or has he always walked like that? Understand that there are bad people in the world, and you may just be one of them. Sniff an old lady. Imagine Gomer Pyle in a gay bar trying to get lucky. Do this without laughing. Find what's left of your innocence. Understand it, embrace it, protect it, and every so often, take it out for a nice nosh. Care enough not to care. Hum while you eat. Act strange, and people will leave you alone.
Well, you can give it a rest. We got another hour. 107, 560 WQAM. And I'm sitting here playing with her action figure, Susan Richards from the Woodhouse Day Spa, as opposed to Susan Richards from the Fantastic Four. What's that?
I know what the problem was.
What's that?
You gave me 372.
Don't.
No, I'm going to say the whole thing.
Yeah.
You gave me area code 372.
Yeah.
And it's 732.
Aha. There's my dyslexia. Which I didn't used to have. I just have selective dyslexia right now. Well, I had some questions for her. And the requests, keep them coming while supplies last. They have been. Notice I played all of them?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't I nice?
Very.
Including, let me take that one off the list. Act strange. We still have Ain't No Fart Sounds, Tow Yard Complaint, and All You Can Eat. Now, who requested, Ain't No Fart Sounds? Was that you?
Yeah, it was me that said that.
Okay, well then...
I'm sure we can't play it.
You're sure we can't?
Well, we were told we couldn't play it because of the one line.
What's the line?
Talking about yeast.
Well, we can clip that out.
Okay.
I don't understand that. I don't even remember that. Yeast infested or something like that?
Because it was talking about Joyce and...
Oh, well, we don't want to say
corporate got
like
mad.
She might not even be... I see. She hadn't even heard it.
She hadn't even heard it, but
hypersensitive.
corporate said they didn't want her to get mad and sue.
Well, we'll mute that line. We'll do a little bit of editing on the fly, and if all else fails, then we can always dump it. Let me check our poll. Not that I give a rat's ass about it, but nevertheless, we did go to all this trouble, and by we I mean you.
Mm-hmm.
What was your New Year's resolution for this year? Didn't make one. 175. That's a solid 54%. Proud of you. These people there, they're perfect. Or they just don't go in for that kind of...
They just understand that it's not going to matter anyways.
Right. Lose weight, 54. I mean, I could stand to do a lot of these things on here. And there's no law that says that you can only just make one, right?
Correct.
I'm going to resolve to do a whole bunch of these things. Lose weight, find a better job. No, I'm all right now. Get a better job has 12. Lose weight has 54. Find a life only has 12. Come on now. A lot more of you people could find a life. Have more sex, 11. Spend less money, 10. Take less crap, 6. Quit smoking, 6. Finish my degree, 6. Masturbate more, 5. Get divorced, 4. Get a boyfriend, girlfriend, 4. Do more drugs, 4. 3 each 4. Be more selfish and quit drinking. Really, only 2 more people besides me are going to be more selfish? 2 each 4. Break up with my boyfriend or girlfriend. Masturbate less, drink more, smoke more. 1 each 4. Do less drugs and quit doing drugs. None yet 4. Come out of the closet, be less selfish, or have less sex out of 324. Not very strong, but, it's the holidays. That came over the fax machine, by the way, the come out of the closet thing.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations. You think you have problems. Boy. We've taken polls like that before. What would you rather, And that would be a tough one, especially depending on which culture you belong to. Some cultures are more tolerant of that sort of thing than others. And if you think that I'm talking about Cuban culture, you're right. Although we're pikers compared to how they are in the Middle East. Where they put you to death.
Yeah.
Which is a tad extreme. Another one of those things that ought to be none of your business. Still have no idea how that impacts you. How, another
it could
guy
rub off. Don't you know that, George?
What's that?
It could rub off.
No, it can't. I know, we've had that conversation before. The Christians think that if you make homosexuality publicly acceptable, more people might be. Only the gay ones. Only the ones that already are. They might be out of the closet more. More people might be encouraged to be more open about what they really are. But there won't be more incidences of it. The very notion. These are the people that have issues. These are the people that are wrestling with their own consciences, as Neil would say. And they're afraid of their children. They're afraid what their children might turn out to be. Some parents think that it's a phase when they see those things, or when their kid tells them. Guess what?
It's not.
It's not. 112 on 560 WQAM.
Bill, that's me.
Well, I'm looking for the other one. Here we go.
Do you fear your nephew is in hell?
I feel that my nephew is not with the Lord, no.
Not with the Lord. In other words, in hell.
I don't know. I feel he's not with the Lord, no. And because they ate part of his body like a limbo.
You fear that Roman Catholic communion is they ate your nephew's body?
Yes, sir.
All right, we have on the line in Van Nuys here a Roman Catholic priest on KFI AM 640. Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. Listen, ma'am, first of all, I offer my condolences to you on the loss of your nephew.
Are you a priest?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to let you clarify something for you, okay?
Yes.
So this is just, you've been misinformed about the Catholic Church.
Why do you eat people?
Well, if you just hang on, I will explain to you what our belief is, and then you can draw your own conclusion.
But you eat people?
Let me explain what our teaching is, and you draw your own conclusion.
Let the father explain, okay?
Okay, first of all, we believe that when we receive communion, we receive the body and blood of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Well, hold on, ma'am.
No,
I mean,
I'm just calling to let you know what our belief is.
You eat flesh and blood.
If you want to look at it that way, that's fine.
Oh, my God.
That's fine.
I want to vomit.
This is our belief, and you draw your own conclusion.
I want to vomit.
ma'am, you got to let the father explain.
Why would I want to hear him talk about eating
Well, because you've been misinformed.
This is like Hellraiser, like Clive
Okay,
Barker
first of all,
Hellraiser.
you're upset because you've been misinformed about what happened to your nephew in our ritual.
You eat the butt, you eat the whole damn thing, though.
Excuse me?
Don't you eat it?
We eat the host, yes.
The host.
But he said he eats the whole body of the man.
That's not what I said.
You said you eat the blood and the flesh.
Of who?
Of the man.
No, of Jesus Christ.
Oh, God. That is a blasphemy.
Well, if you choose to believe that, all I'm trying to do is inform you about our belief because you've been misinformed.
Do you eat up on the booty, too?
I'm not even going to answer that.
I don't understand. What's that mean?
What is this man talking about eating the Lord Jesus?
Let him finish.
Okay.
Let him just say what he has to say.
From the scriptures, man, where Jesus took bread and blessed it and broke it and said, "Take this and eat it. This is my body."
Oh, God.
And then he took the cup of wine and he said, "Take and drink. This is my blood." And again he says, "Unless you eat my body and drink my blood, you have no life within you."
Oh, my God. This is Good Friday.
Exactly.
And you're talking about eating up on Jesus.
I'm just calling to inform you of what we believe.
You're grubbing on Jesus, ain't you?
If you choose to believe that.
You're grubbing all over on Jesus.
If that's what you choose to believe.
And my nephew, what about him?
Okay, ma'am, as again.
Macking on Jesus. Them Catholics macked on my boy.
Macked on your boy.
I don't believe that. I'm sorry.
Them Catholics macked on your boy, huh?
You want to laugh at me?
Phil, can I ask you a
You son of a bitch, you laugh at me?
Excuse me,
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question here.
Like some kind of Negro smorgasbord over there.
Well, I'll tell you. Listen.
Okay, now, as far as that other man is concerned.
Like a brother buffet.
Oh, my gosh. I'm in a phone booth.
Listen, Father, I thank you for taking the time.
Okay.
I'm in a phone booth.
All right, ma'am, you have a good Easter.
You're supposed to feel sorry for this.
You'll pay for your sins.
Well,
Yes,
I'll
you
leave
will.
it up to God.
That's true.
Good.
Thanks, Father. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That was a Roman Catholic priest.
They're macking on my boy like a brother buffet. Oh, you can eat me. Oh.
What was it? What's it called, man?
All you can eat Negro.
Oh, no. All you can eat Negro. Oh, God. So I understand.
Yeah, 120, 560 QAMOA. What a segue from that. I don't see her on hold yet. Oh, my God. She's going to think that was us somehow. Unbelievable. Well, let me read the schedule real quick while you reconnect us with Invisible Girl. I don't think she thinks that's as funny as I do. Curtis coming up at 2 o'clock today. We got Jim Mandich at 4. Dolphins tonight. I'm watching Chris over there all red-faced. Dolphins tonight at 7 o'clock. And then it's the Sugar Bowl from 8 till whenever, Utah versus Alabama. Wait. Susan Richards. Let me try it again.
Yeah.
There she is. Boy, we're just, I mean, it's a comedy of errors. How are you?
I am
in New Jersey.
Go ahead. I am in New Jersey again, yeah.
I had no idea, but thank you for, putting up with our logistical nightmare that we're having today. We're not taking today very seriously on the air, but I wanted a chance to get you on the phone, and thank you personally for at least for a week. I don't know if anybody told you, but what I got back from the spa package that I gave my wife for Christmas is she said that she's not going to bitch at me for a week. All right, and she's got a couple more days to go. I would have settled for 5 minutes, really. I would have really appreciated just 5 minutes of peace and tranquility from her. But she said a week, and she got close. And just so you know what I'm doing, I got your brochure. I carry it around in my pocket. And every time I see a bitch coming on, I hold it up in front of me like a shield. All right, and she backs right up off.
There you know, this could be a monthly event, and that would buy you time every month.
Oh, my God. Listen, because talk about greasing the wheels of progress. I'll massage you. I'll drive up there and massage you. I'll give you, I wanted to tell you some things. There's some background behind that. You see, the friend that I sent up with her, not only is it the wife's best friend, but her friend is also a professional masseuse. What do you call a female massage person? Masseuse?
Well, politically correct today is a massage therapist.
Massage therapist, okay. But can I say masseuse and not get yelled at?
I'm sure that you can get away with that.
Okay, great. Well, she does that also for a living. She said it was top-notch. It was second to none. But what she was really excited about, we're talking about the friend there, because her friend works in spas, or at least most of the time. She said that your facial lady is second to none. Has never had anybody do such a fine, thorough facial job as whoever you have up there. So I want to go take lessons.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, I want to take lessons because I'm one of those weird people that actually likes to squeeze blackheads. I have that illness, that disease.
But, you do remember that you promised me your toes.
Yes, because I'm incredibly ticklish, and I can't even imagine. I'm going to have to eat so many painkillers and get drunk to let anybody near my feet. Now, my feet are very well taken care of. I just want you to know right now that I'm very dainty. My feet are very well taken care of, but by myself. I've never, ever, 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 ever let anyone give me a pedicure, and you're going to be the first. You're going to be the first. The Woodhouse Day Spa in Parkland is going to be the first place for me to ever, and a manicure for that matter. I've never had a manicure while we're talking.
Well, there you go. And
or
you know
a facial,
that
or a real facial. I mean, just me and my sister going at each other. That doesn't count as a facial, does it?
No, that doesn't quite count.
No.
It doesn't quite. You have to have some lotion in there in between somewhere.
Is that the active ingredient? I had a suggestion for you because I know that you massaged my wife with hot rocks. The next time, could you beat her with hot rocks? Could you put some rocks in a sack and beat her with them? Because that's the kind of tenderization that she needs, I'm telling you. She's a hard, cold bitch, and she needs to be beaten with hot rocks. But she's been in a good mood since. I just don't know how long it's going to last.
Well, I would imagine she's got to be a tough lady to be putting up with you.
There's no question. That's right. But she was already rhino hide hard by the time I met her. I mean, life dealt her, quite a number of blows, and then she got together with me. So I don't know. She came back and she said, hey, they have couples rooms and they have all these guy packages and all these things, and I'm a little bit scared, but I think I'm going to let you get me over my fear because I've got some back hairs, not a lot. Like I don't have fur back there, but I've got these fly hairs sticking out that I think need to be addressed. That
waxing is part of the offering. We can take you from head to toe.
There's a scary notion. I don't know if waxing or tweezing is warranted, but I'll leave that in your hands. But I'm really curious because we talked very briefly about this March Madness thing that you have, this package, and I know it's really early yet to be talking about March Madness, but you got me curious about that.
We have some themes coming up. January is basically detox month.
Okay.
Since we've all partied.
Right.
So nicely for the holidays. So January is all about detox.
All right.
And we have got some great specials on body treatments and other programs to help you get rid of all those toxins.
Can I drink?
February is all about love, right? Back to the heart with Valentine's Day.
Aw, that's right. What a good idea. And then March is March Madness.
Of course, you got to have something for the guys. So March, we're going to wheel in the flat screens, and we're going to put Thursday night games on for March Madness.
Really?
So that's when you come and you can sit in that pedicure chair and get your mani-pedi with a basketball game.
I am going to be so doped up on pills. I don't know how I'm going to be not ticklish. I don't know how.
All right, maybe I am. You know what? Maybe I am going to switch you to the massage room.
I don't know. I'm going to have to numb my legs. I'm going to have local anesthesia on my feet before anybody can touch them. But I'm going to do it. I swear I'm going to do it. I got to cross over. I mean, it's just one of those things I've been putting off for too long. And now that there's hair growing out of my ears, I think I finally had to, just break down and go to the spa.
I know.
But I wanted to talk to you on the air.
Taking care of yourself.
Yeah. You know your name. You know your name is funny, right? Did anybody else tell you besides me?
There's a sportscaster, right?
No, Susan Richards, your Invisible Girl from the Fantastic Four. Are you married?
Oh,
do you have a husband?
I didn't hear.
Is your husband's
Up in
name?
this area, there's actually a sportscaster, Susan Richards.
I had no idea. No, I'm holding your action figure right now. As a matter of fact, look, I'm going to send the Susan Richards action figure up with Duff the next time he goes to visit you. He's going to have a little gift for you. And this is actually something special to me. The Susan Richards action figure is a part of our studio decor that I have up on a shelf over here. But I'm going to send her to you just so that you can see what the superhero Susan Richards looks like. In case you've never seen the Fantastic Four or anything like that. Can you turn invisible? Can you do force fields?
I'm going to practice. By the time you come with your toes, I will definitely be able to do that.
You'll need a force field. No, my feet were wonderful. They're like babies. All right, they've never smelled a day in their life. That's not the fear factor. The fear factor is how are we going to keep? You're going to have to strap me down. It's as simple as that. You have straps, right?
Yeah.
Bungee cords,
we'll
rubber
pull them
bands,
out of the back. Don't worry.
Cuffs, handcuffs. That's what you're going to need to do. Anyway, I wanted to thank you very much for being nice to my wife and her friend.
I'm just so glad. I promised you a home run, and it sounds like it worked.
Yes, indeed.
That's what gets for all about.
I can't wait. She said, I could get used to that. And I said, well, don't. Although I could get used to her not bitching at me, we could maybe work something out.
I thought that was the point.
It was the point. It's still like now, I knew it was going to open up a nasty can of worms. But thank you very much, and we'll be seeing a lot of each other, I'm sure.
Thanks, and have a great week.
Happy New Year. Happy rest of vacation. Sorry to bother you.
No problem.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And I should have mentioned, but we're running a little bit late again. We started out this way.
Yep.
What the friend said. Oh, I can't tell George I can't thank him enough. So I get a bitch-free wife for the week, and then who knows what I'm going to get from her friend. I have yet to get it. 129. I'll let you know on 560 WQAM.
The biggest names. The best talent.
It's the DA Show. Weeknights from 8 to 11. Here on
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The Sports Ear.
Okay, Chris, we got a dilemma here. I can't find either the tow yard complaint or what you call it. Ain't no fart sounds. What's it under? Can you find it? We just got to stop the show until we get these things, or we'll never get them in.
Ain't no probably on your computer.
Ain't no is what now?
Probably on the computer.
You'd think so, right? But guess what? Ain't no. What else did we have? Oh, the guy that requested trim your pubic hair a little bit too graphic in certain parts, thanks to Boca Brian. Took me the longest time, and I'm not done. Speaking of people that I had to wrestle with over concepts and issues. See, in the olden days, it used to be we would try to get away with as much as possible. We would actually try to get yelled at on purpose. When we can't do that anymore, there's no point. And it took me a long time. I don't think successfully yet either. You're not finding it in there, and I'm not finding it in here. Is it under Wanda Sykes?
I'm checking Wanda now.
Look, I got the side computer over here with everything. No, I got Wanda Jackson. Let's have a party. I bet you can find Ain't No Fart Sounds in here, though. There's a lot of songs with the word ain't in them. Ain't That America? Ain't no mountain, ain't no other man, ain't no sunshine. Nope. So that's it. Let's just go home right now. If we can't play either one of those two things. Oh, and I got an email from somebody saying, hey, why don't you play, not Act Strange. I already played Act Strange, didn't I? Why don't you play 100 Years Gone By followed by something else? I said, I will never, ever be so desperate to play 100 Years Gone By. I wrote back, if you hear 100 Years Gone By on a day that I'm hosting, it's because I died. I went to the bathroom and never came back. And they're filling. Chris is just throwing long random things on there. Well, that's very disconcerting. I mean, I know it's on a CD over here on the side, but that I can't even find it with a music search of the entire library. How could it disappear from? How could 2 bits disappear from 2 computers?
And it's definitely tow yard.
It's definitely tow yard complaint. Is the name of it. Now, could it be that somebody stuck it into the DCS under something else? I mean, did you look under turd talk? But that's not the same thing.
Nope.
And I know that Neil played it, but still, that doesn't mean that we can't. And that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna. What else could it possibly be under?
It's not under Wanda, and it's not under tow yard.
You looked under that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's even in this thing over here, my side PC, where I thought I had backed up some stuff because things keep disappearing out of this business over here. Did we spell tow yard a different way now? Nothing. That's it. Let's just have dead air for another 24 minutes now. Or we could have this.
You're my friend.
No, hardly. Seriously. Other than sexual fantasies, that's my number one fantasy right there. Even more than winning the lottery, is being able to watch those people be bludgeoned to death or something. Skinned alive, burned very slowly, like not have gas poured over their whole bodies and then set on fire. No, like let's burn their legs, one leg at a time, and then one arm at a time, things like that. Some good old-fashioned medieval tortures. Oh, and speaking of that, I know I mentioned it, but I got to mention it again. Since we're not doing a bit. Goya's Ghosts. There's a movie that you should see. Not because it's a great movie. It's good. It's a good movie, not great. But it's very interesting because I had no idea about Goya and his life and how conflicted he was with the church and things like that. And so it's very educational and interesting. And I didn't know that he had gone deaf. So there's sign language in it.
That's cool.
Yeah. But the thing is, there's a big conflict with the Catholic Church. Natalie Portman's in it. Good story. True story, I can only presume. Go ahead, what?
No, I was going to say, I had another person agreeing with you about The Spirit.
Oh.
Steph made the mistake of going to go see it. And he said it was basically Sin City without all the action and violence.
Without anything.
Yeah.
Without any comedy. They were trying to be funny, and what's worse than something trying to be funny that isn't? Practically nothing. QAM line.
Hey, George, how are you, man?
Hey, how are you? I'm conflicted. I got a dilemma over here. I can't find 2 bits that I want to play.
Oh, boy. Happy New Year. Hey, listen, I was laying in bed hungover yesterday and flipped over to History Channel, and Ann Coulter's there railing against liberals.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to throw up, actually.
Sure.
She started saying, liberals, they think that homosexuals can't be rehabilitated, but they think that child molesters can be. And I mean, just stuff like that just so
She's
blows
a Paige
my mind.
Schill. She's never been seen in the company of a straight man. I don't think that she has a gina, maybe a mangina. I don't think that she has any female parts. For her to be saying anything about anybody is ridiculous. It's laughable.
It is. It really is.
She points her fingers at atheists and agnostics, but she doesn't go to church. She talks about all these people. She's never going to have to worry about needing an abortion or being in a position to have an abortion because you have to have heterosexual sex first before that can happen.
That's true. Also, I'm curious, did you see the Benjamin Button movie?
No, I heard it was okay. I heard it was a lot like Forrest Gump. It's just a bunch of things happening.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was really sad, actually. But, yeah, it's not up there with Forrest Gump, but it was okay. I give it an average C. Thanks, man.
All right, take it easy. Guess what I found?
What'd you find?
Well, if I click on it, it'll work. 2 words, tow, space, yard.
Thank you for calling SST Towing. How may I help you?
I just picked up my 92 Accord from your lot, and there is a huge turd in the back seat.
A huge turd?
Yes.
And there's what in the back seat?
A turd. A big-ass human turd in the back seat of my car.
Ma'am, I assure you, our guys did not take a dump in your car. If you want to, bring that car back and we'll take a look at it.
You want to take a look at it? My car is fine. It's that big-ass turd in the back seat.
Okay, what would you like me to do?
I said, okay, how about I go to your house and pitch a loaf on your couch?
Ma'am.
How about that?
Ma'am, what would you like me to do to fix the situation?
I want somebody to come over here, get this turd out my back seat.
That's
clean
not going to
my
happen.
car. What do you mean it's not going to happen?
You can bring the car here and we can take a look at it.
I am. I'm going to bring it back there. You know what I'm going to do?
Huh.
I'm going to take a dump in every last car you got there. I'm going to pee on your counter. I'm going to do it all to show you how it feels.
Okay,
and you know what? You sound like a big burly man. It probably came out your ass.
Oh, yeah, I don't make it a habit of going out and taking a dump in the car.
How much do you weigh?
About 400 pounds.
That's your turd. That's
my
your
turd, huh?
Yes.
That came up from a 400-pound man, huh?
This is a 400-pound man. Either that or a gorilla.
Okay.
I'm driving this car right to my lawyer's office, and I'm going to let the whole world see. You're going to be on the news this evening, buddy. I'm going to get 7 on my side. Watch. You're going to be on the news.
Can you describe the piece of shit? I mean, what does it look like?
You know what it is. It came out your ass. What the hell? What kind of asking me what color? I tell you what, it smells ungodly. That's what it smells like. Smells like you sold your ass to the devil. That came from the pits of hell.
Well, how big is it? How long is it?
It's not as long as my arm. I don't think it's fun. Why y'all? This is not fun. I got a damn 2x4 in my back seat. You know, I think this some racial shit too. That's what this is. Little kids are running away from it.
Oh my.
I'm glad y'all find this funny.
Okay.
You probably on the steering wheels too, don't you?
All right. How long does it look like it's been sitting there?
Steve is coming off of it, okay?
Steam is coming off of it?
Yes.
Well, it can't be there that long now, huh?
I am taking it's a fresh turd.
Okay. What you need to do is you need to bring that turd back, and we'll match it up. We got a lineup. We'll match it up with the other turds that we have.
Well, what you need to do is learn how to use a toilet.
So you're not going to bring the turd back to me?
No. You know what?
Is this a sample?
No. I'm starting to like it.
You're going to keep it as a fact?
I'm going to keep it because it's a nice, you know what? It's a nice conversation piece.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Hey, thanks, man.
Thank you, brother.
Oh, hit the brake, man.
This station presents Real American Heroes.
Real American hero.
Today, we salute you, Mr. New Year's Eve Noisemaker Maker.
Mr. New Year's Eve Noisemaker Maker.
That deafening racket is made possible by your quiet dedication to making cheap cardboard whistles, paper blowouts, and those plastic spinny things that go rrrr.
What the heck do you call those things?
You, Mr. New Year's Eve Noisemaker Maker, assemble a crummy plastic horn, but you know, your job's not done until you add dorky plastic fringe.
And some sparkly glitter, too.
Now, it's time to make some noise.
And wake up all the neighbors, yeah.
So at 12:03 a.m. on January 1st, when you turn blue from tootin' like a man possessed, tip your pointy cardboard hat in salute to Mr. New Year's Eve Noisemaker Maker, a real American hero.
Mr. New Year's Eve Noisemaker Maker.
Hey, keep it down. I can't hear Dick Clark.
I'm sure it's on YouTube or something like that, right? There we go. Is that the right mic? I mean, they reconfigured our board over here, as you can see.
You gonna be okay?
Everything's 2 pots over, so I have to keep subtracting, and you know how I'm really lousy at math. Lee Feldman is here with us.
What's up?
Very briefly, I wanted to have you help me kill a segment because a couple reasons. Number one, I already gave you credit on the air officially for being the person, even though it made the family mad because I came home and I said, we got to watch this show, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, because everybody tells me that I got to watch it. And my daughter's like, I've been trying to tell you to watch that show.
Wow, you have an old black woman as a daughter?
You have no idea. So I had to say, well, yeah, but this was somebody else. You know, and the listeners kept saying, oh, you got to watch this show, but you know how listeners are.
Hell yeah. You never know.
You never know. It's like, it takes all sorts. But you said, you got to watch this show, and Lee has some pretty decent credibility, so I watched it. Now I got the whole collection, and we finished season 1 last night, just so you know where I'm at. Yeah. And here's the thing.
It gets better, too.
There's a couple Lee things. That's what I heard. My daughter said, now it's about to get funny. And I'm like, you mean that wasn't?
Right, it gets funnier.
She said, no, that was just a warm-up.
3 and 4
Here's what the bitches in my house do. They, because I have to keep working. I'm working this week. They're not. I mean, first of all, they never do, and then not even any school, so they don't even have to get up to get the other kid ready. Yeah, so they're staying up all night marathoning, watching stuff. I had recorded all of the episodes, or I downloaded them, I stole them, and I put them all on my little Arcos portable player I showed you the pictures of, and they're watching it off of that thing. And so I get to the point where it's bedtime for me, way past my bedtime. I could watch it all night long, just like they want to. So I say, excuse me, that's it for me, I'm going to go to sleep. Okay, we're just going to keep watching some. And so here I am trying to sleep while my wife is having asthma coughing fits from watching the show, from laughing so hard. I just this belly laugh guffawing, and then which immediately leads into a coughing spell.
Which is rare when you can actually find a television show that makes you laugh out loud.
And we watch all the funny shows, at least, we try to watch all the funny shows. And you're right.
Not many.
Not many that'll make you laugh like that all the way through. Last night, I don't know if it was the last episode.
Of season 1?
Of season 1, which is where the Nazi uniform won. But just the little things. Here's the thing about the show that makes it funny for me is all the little touches, all the little humor touches. When Charlie answers the door wearing the Nazi uniform, that wasn't funny. That wasn't so funny, but he's eating a banana. Charlie's hysterical, but he opens the door wearing a Nazi SS officer's uniform, and he's eating a banana ever so casually, and he just leans up with one arm. That was what did it for me. That's what almost killed me. For me, so I'm all caught up there. I wanted to tell you something, and here, keep an eye out for me, because I did some IMDb-ing.
Okay.
I kind of have a thing in common with Charlie.
Charlie's funny. He's one of the creators of the show. He's one of the producers
all three
of the show.
Actually, I just did some credits.
The 3 guys.
The 3 guys, it's all them. They're all either writer, co-writer, director, producer, executive producer. All 3 of them are something, with the exception of some other suits.
Right, and if you look at the end of the show, when they show the production company, and they show the 3 amigos wearing Mexican outfits, and sombreros, that's them.
That's them.
Right.
Well, obviously they've been hanging out together. They're comfortable with each other.
Yeah, you can tell.
But Charlie, it's an ongoing plot thing where Charlie has the hots for this waitress.
Right. He stalks her.
I do too. I do too. Her name is Mary Elizabeth Ellis, and I IMDb'd her, and I'm going to slowly but surely collect everything that she's ever been in, because I think she's just a cutie.
Is she a waitress?
Yeah, she's the waitress at the coffee shop.
Oh,
she's a honey
so you
bunny.
like the waitress?
I do like the waitress at the coffee that Charlie likes. I feel your pain, Charlie. Totally.
He's so obsessed.
I feel his pain.
Great.
And here's the other thing. So I'm driving around listening to the CD that you made for me. And here's what you don't know. There's a backstory to this.
Okay.
There's a commercial. I don't know what it's for, but it's every once in a while, we've had this discussion before. All the good new music is on commercials these days. I hacked my phone so that I have song ID on my phone. I have been trying for the past month to find the name and title of a song that is playing in a commercial, and I can't tell you which commercial it is. It's an iPod or car commercial or something like that.
Right.
And so I'm driving around my daughter's car listening to the CD that you made for me, and I go,
oh my God.
There it is. Come on. How come I can't fire anything off today? There it is. What is this commercial? And I go, it's the song! I love you, Lee! And I'm yelling
I love this song.
while I'm driving. Oh, but there's more to the story.
It must be an iPod commercial, maybe.
It's got to be iPod. Around the Bend is the name of the song, and it's by the Asteroids Galaxy Tour, which I'm going to have to write that on my arm to remember that kind of a name.
Right.
Asteroids Galaxy Tour. Carlos, what's the commercial? What's the commercial?
It's the iPod commercial where they're playing the video games on the iPod.
The touch pod.
Just
Yes.
Thank you, the touch pod. But I thought, this is Boppy, so I keep grabbing my phone, I activate the song ID, I run up to it, and it starts the listen cycle right as the commercial ends, and I can't tag it. Oh, sorry.
I was dying, at Bull Camper Sports Bar where I work when I'm not here.
Yeah.
The commercial is playing throughout the bar as the commercial comes up during a football game. So I did the same thing you did.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden it kicked in, and every single time it would come on, I would wait with my phone.
Right.
Just for the sound to come by so I could put
and
it
as
up
soon
the
as
speaker. And then I
kept miss it by a second. I kept missing it by a second because it takes more than that.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was the commercial song. I actually got it. I listened to it first. I heard it on Sirius, Alt Nation. Played it.
Okay. So I daughter comes home yesterday from driving around and doing stuff with her, her own car, and she goes, "Really good CD you left in my car, Dad." And I said, "Yeah, that's another Lee CD. I get a lot of good music from Lee." He goes, "There's only a couple songs on there I don't care to hear from again, hear ever again." And I said, "Okay." I'm really excited about that CD because it's got this song from this commercial that I want to hear. She goes, "Oh, that's one of the ones I don't ever want to hear again. I hate that commercial and I hate that song."
Wow.
So yeah, so I'm gonna have to beat her. I'm gonna beat her when I get home.
And you should often.
I will. So anyway, I wanted to thank you for being the one person to convince me to watch. It's always funny. Yeah. Which is what I call it. It's always funny in Philadelphia.
And there's a couple episodes that are must-sees. The one where the guy wears the green suit.
Yeah.
That's a must-see. I think you'll mark that as one of your favorites. And then this last season where they do the Home Improvement on their own. Everybody, I don't want to go into it because I don't want to ruin it for you. I want to watch them in order.
I want to show you them. My daughter's like, I want to show you some of the funny episodes. I'm going to watch them in order. Oh, and then last night I took my Arcos into the bedroom with me. I unplugged it. And what are you doing? It's like you can't play, so you're taking the ball with you. And I said, that's right, bitches. 5 till 2 on All Bitch Radio, 560 QAM. Thank you.